Hi Prashant, hi Shrikant. PU, I have been remembering Arka. सच में हम लोग ने 2 दिन पहले ही याद किया था. We were remembering all the people from World Transformation Festival. तीशा, सब लोग को याद कर रहे थे हम लोग. क्वांटम एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में याद कर रहे थे. I want to share about them also today. So, yeah. So Vaibhav is joining it, so we'll just start after that. Vaibhav, ready? Shall we start?
Hi, Mansi.
Hi. So welcome everyone to the real life case studies of quantum entrepreneurship. This 1 year has been such a journey. I feel that in so many success stories, we didn't even know we were quantum entrepreneurs. And Shivo has taught us how to be that in a very sahaj way, that it has become natural. And we just breathe it in everything we do. So everywhere in life, we are being quantum entrepreneurs. So I really salute Shivo for that. For people who have joined in, yesterday there was a slideshow by Shivo, which I feel is one of the most mind-blowing PowerPoints I've ever seen. And it explains about the fundamentals of quantum entrepreneurship and the vibrational field from which this whole thing was created. So if you haven't attended yesterday's session, Shivo, I don't know if it's already posted, if that video, yesterday's Zoom session already got posted.
It's not posted on the group yet, but yeah, we'll post it tomorrow probably.
We'll post it tomorrow, and I'll even tell you from what minute that thing starts, and it will blow your mind. So if you have not already seen it or attended, and even if you have attended, if you're like me, you will go over it again, because there is a wealth of insights there. So with that, I would like to welcome my co-host, Vaibhav.
Hi, Mansi. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah. So Vaibhav is he's a core Quanto team member. He has big visions that he will talk about today, of entrepreneurship, of coaching. And so yeah, Vaibhav, welcome. Let's get this party started.
Thank you, Mansi. Yeah, let's do it.
So I would first like to invite Nitika Sethi, who is a beloved.
Mansi.
Yeah, she's a beloved soul sister. She's a core Quanto member. She is a natural healer, a tarot card reader. She has initiated several programs in Quanto Life. She leads the Dissolve Your Conflict and the coach certification, among other things. She's a phenomenal coach, tarot reader, and to be astrologer also soon. And she's really a master healer. So inviting you in, Nitika.
Thank you so much, Mansi. Thanks a lot, and good evening, everyone.
So Vaibhav,
just to share, today Nitika, she is not sharing a Quanto Life related project, but another leadership project she took for her own society. So it's not just about what you are doing with Quanto Life, even in your own life, how you are cultivating your leadership potential. This is what her story is about.
Yes,
so
Shiva, thank you so much.
Nitika, so for everyone, if I have missed out on anything, Vaibhav, do we have the official intro to Nitika?
Yeah, sure.
Mine was an unofficial one.
No, that was beautiful and that was very authentic. I would like to say about Nitika Di. She's a Quanto Core member. She's from Gurgaon. She's an empowerment coach. She's a head coach in QL in our Quanto Life. She holds all the major responsibility in QL, including training other coaches. She's also a tarot reader with many other excellences. And she's my mentor. She's a mentor for all the coaches. And she's a loving Didi.
Thank you so much, Trevor, and thank you so much, Mansi. I really, really am privileged to be part of this soul family, which is ever expanding. So, thank you, and thank you to each one of you for joining. So, today I wanted to share about the condominium and how I have applied the principles of Quanto Life in this in my condominium. So we have a condominium in Gurgaon where I stay. It has 409 apartments. This colony where I have been staying for the last 16 years is always known for the vibrancy, for the peaceful, harmonious living, and how people help each other. However, in last 4 years, the quality of living had gone because of certain gentry which came in, and things were becoming very bad. There was a lot of mudslinging which was happening. Log ek dusre ko bura bol rahe hain. That is something which we who have been staying here for so long, we were not enjoying. So last year I joined the RWA, which is the board of members, and
और ये 10
I
दिन का
was a
उसको मैंने कहा 10
president.
दिन के बाद फिर से तुम्हारी एनर्जी चेक करेंगे, तो तुमको अप्लाई भी करना होगा. तो आई डोंट.
So I was a president in the condominium, and again there were people who were not happy that how can a woman be a president. So that was there, and there were people who really worked on it to get me out of the chair of the leadership position. So it was a very tough time. But however, every time I would reach out to Shiva, and Shiva would guide, observe the energy of these other people also. And the principles was of what is the value creation that I am doing to the condominium. And in last 3 months there was intense work which had done towards community building. So I would like to share a few things which was there. One was that because there was so much of mudslinging, so people did not want to come forward to be part of the RWA. That changed completely. And what was happening was that one group, there are out of 409, there is only 10% of people who are like this, who believe in mudslinging and bringing the other people down. So I identified all the other ones, and they were the ones who were like-minded people who were really willing to create the value and bring the condominium to its lost glory, which we were all like. So we have always been very close with each other, regaining the whole the camaraderie between each other, the vibrancy with which, and the warmth towards each other. That is something which started developing. So first step was identifying those people, reaching out to them. And here I remember Shiva always tells us that, be the shameless value creator. And that's what I realized. So I reached out to people whom I don't even know. But I knew that they value that, there has to be peace and harmony. So that was the first step. So I got 20 people together who were like-minded. And then these 20 people, they created a manifesto. So they worked together, created a manifesto, and then this was circulated. So the other team did not have manifesto. However, they continued to write all those bad things. So after a while, they realized that the community is not enjoying all that, and they were हमारी तरफ tilt हो रहे थे towards this peace and loving harmony. So they changed the whole their whole approach. They changed. They stopped mudslinging. They were never seen with their spouses. They started walking with their spouses to gain votes from the people who were on our side. So that was like the first step. I saw the community building which was happening, and I remember Shiva always says that, the simpler it is, the most divine and cosmic way it is. So I was like, I also combined with other people. I joined hands with other people, and we would find simpler solutions. It's not that we had to do something big. We just reached out to like literally every house and told them, okay, take this step if you feel that these are the informed decisions you have to take. So just presenting the facts. So that is something which was there. And out of those 20 people, I also along with others, that we identified that, who will become the president, who will become the treasurer. And then you have to guide them that, yes, they have their potential. Many a times we don't know that I have this, and helping them ease out that, it is not too much of a work. So these were some of the steps which were there. So major thing was bringing the people together and bringing the whole community together. So now the elections have happened. The last 3 months, as I shared, was very, very intense. The elections have happened, and the team, the people who were totally against, and they were just saying bad things, so they have taken a step back. And now the community is really rejoicing that, yes, we are now at least back to what we have lost. Now the people who have come in, they are now going to create a vision. So this was the smallest. I'm too small right now to create a bigger vision for the community, because this is an event which has just happened. But I could see that, how these principles were really guiding me, and observation. So Shiva would guide it, what is it that is his guidance. I don't know what exactly should I say here, but the observation part which he guided me, how to approach this particular problem, because there is something inside me also, right? So I was also becoming adamant and egoistic at times, which I really bow down to Shiva for showing me that where I was going wrong. So that is what I feel, that the whole community, the way the whole episode happened in last 3 months, the way people came together, and once the elections happened, out of those 20 people who got elected, they literally, they called me and they said, we really want to salute this lady for the way she got the people together. And that was really a big thing for me. I have never been a community builder, but this was something, I don't know how I did it, but yes, I was just following what I've learned here. So that's what I wanted to share here.
Nitika, that is an amazing story. I have, I've seen this story unfold in real life, and I have seen it. Yeah, I have got to see, front row seats to this, and it is amazing how you have transformed the space of your condominium. Like, for how many families?
409 months, yeah, and out of that, only around 20 families are like, they don't like, they are like fighting spree. But the way people came together, I was surprised myself how it happened.
And I also remember those amazing COVID drives that you all had for vaccinations, and the support that you all extended to every member of the condominium if they were sick, and how that entire thing was coordinated. Like, I think people would want to live in your condo just for that, the way the community rallied together for each other. And that was amazing to see, really.
Yeah.
So kudos to you.
Thanks, Mansi. I'm not so good at words, but I hope I'm able to share the essence of how it happened, because the way it happened, and like when people came together and shared that, now we are feeling happy that, yes, whatever we've gone through in last 3-4 years, it's going to change. So that is what, really helped me. I mean, I felt that, yes, there's a change which has happened.
Yes. So there are two things I see, Nitika, before we go to the next person. I'll also invite Shivo. The two things I see was that in these very difficult times, you really brought in observation, and that transformed that moment, during the most difficult phases, especially when those people were totally mudslinging against you and you had to face that. You brought in observation, and that is what transformed. And another thing is, I see the power of community building, how you got everyone involved. It was not with a specific intention, but it was like, become aware. You didn't want them to go one side or the other, but you were like, become aware and make an informed decision. Yes, so these are the two principles I see. Shiva, would you like to add something on this story?
First is kudos to Nitika and the kind of leadership potential she is developing, and I'm sure there are much bigger projects to be handled. I want to make it even more simple. Nitika shared things in a very simple manner. I want to make it even more simple, and many of you were there in our Dhoni session. So what is said about Dhoni, I am now coming to real feeling that there is no need to really those who are working with Quanto Life for their project, they know how simple it is. It is like how simple Dhoni's leadership was. What was said about Dhoni was very simple. Oh, what was the phrase, Mansi?
Reader of the game. He's
Yeah,
a reader.
only thing that any great cricketer could say about Dhoni's captaincy was he's a great reader of the game. That's it. It is a center for everything. I mean, forget everything else. Just remember to be the great reader of the game. So that's what Nitika was. And this is what we teach in Quanto Life, how to be the great reader of the game. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so
Perfect.
much, Shivu. I mean, I feel this is the first time I've really understood what is a community building. Like, I have always learned in Quanto Life, and this was my first hand experience. So thank you so much, Shivu. And I really bow down to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nitika. So I invite Weber to invite the next person and introduce them.
Thank you, Nitika ji. Thank you, Shivo. I would like to invite Amit now.
Hi, Vaibhav. Namaste. All people and Shivo sir, Mansi ma'am. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Yes, you can talk. Oh, sorry.
No. Hi, Amit. Amit Kumar is a spiritual techie. He's a software engineer working in global tech solution from Bangalore from last 2 years, right?
Yes.
And Amit was a part of quantum entrepreneurship last year. He has a wonderful he has been a wonderful participant. He participated in Tarot. He's participated in APY, and so he's a learner. He's also very keen towards evolution of himself, and he really likes to share his knowledge with the world. All yours, Amit.
Okay, thank you.
Weber, let me add a few words in his shan.
Yeah, Mantisha.
Amit, I feel you really have the qualities of Shravan. You can be extremely devoted to people, and I think that in quantum entrepreneurship and in the other quantum courses, I think your ability to emotionally connect is now going to expand, and you have started that. And you are someone who can be very technically, you can be a technical visionary as well as you can have a compassionate heart. It's a very rare combination, and I wish the world to you and would love to hear your learning. Welcome, Amit.
Thank you. All contributions to Shivo sir and Mansi ma'am to provide this platform. I'm teaching continuously to people like us and many other people. It's a very great, I will say, a very gratitude to everyone coming in this group. Other people also very cooperative, and we learn from a community. So that is the very strong essence of Quanto community, which is rarely find any other place. So as I say, if I say that I as an engineer, you would obviously have a very logical mind, and that's how has been my background for a long time before joining all the programs of Conto Life. So it was difficult to connect with people, and definitely the journey from the mind to the heart was um, needed some support, definitely people support. So um, in this world, obviously technology is there, but if you have a heart with that technology, then yes, we can create a system which people can resonate with, and then we can help more people. But this was not what I thought. This is also not what I wanted in the first place. I never thought that I would land in this situation. It just happened. And I needed to accept it. That's what here I learned to accept more of myself. As you would have always means, if you have taken the previous demonstration of Shiva sir, it was about observation. So he would really give nice lectures on observation, and he will also tell you how to practice it when you will go to this entrepreneurship course. So that place where I started observing more of myself, I started to accept who I am, not what I think, what I want, what it should be something logical and how it should not be. So then I accepted myself as who I am and see who I am and what I can do with whatever I had, with the gratitude. And then even small things can make big impact on people, which we cannot even realize that it does, but it just happens. So that is the power of observation and being in the energetic field of joy, happiness, compassion, and togetherness. And the definitely I can say the connection of the heart when we come into such a place will have a very magical outperformance, and definitely you will be able to, as I took many courses, it was a multi-dimensional education experience. I would like to say it was more than quantum entrepreneurship, quantum school of education, and it gives a vivid picture of what it gives a clarity to you, also the opportunity to practice it in the playground of volunteership which they provide. So that's up to optional, but if you take it, then whatever you learn that in quantum entrepreneurship, you will actually be able to practice it also, which is I think difficult for any other place to do that. So it integrates very well the practice as well as learning together to create something. And that creation, when I learned from the entrepreneurship, I practiced in tarot, and that implementation in tarot made with all the people help to another community, tarot community. So that is a very good practice for me, which I got, and it helps, and definitely it helps me in my lessons to create the upcoming project of tech. So I'm able to relate to people.
So can you share that, Amit? Can
What?
you are an engineer by training, but you have a vision. Could you share that vision that you have?
Okay, I will say yes. So
So one more thing, Amit. 1 year back, 2 year back, you were longing to do something. You were
yes.
longing. I want to do something. And where you stand today, are you clear what you want to do? Because that itself is a big leap. I want to do something to. This is what I want to do. Maybe you have not yet taken concrete steps, but you know what you want to do. So can you share that journey?
Yes, so the journey happened through the observation that yes, I got to see that what I wanted to do is to connect to the people, as much as people as I can, with whatever abilities I have. So I had the abilities of technology, I could understand it. Now the possibility remained how to connect to people and how to make this technology help connect more people, help them realize their potential abilities, or they can have their light in their life. So from that place where I was, I felt that I did not have anything, which was I was feeling lack of. I would complain of many things that I don't have this, I don't have that, and the feeling of gratitude was not much. I used to think very overthinking, logical application, but I could only think. I was in my mind, but I was not in my awareness of reality of what was happening. So here, when I came, the shift was more from overthinking, from logical combinations, what could happen or what could not happen, to what actually is happening, and accept that what is happening. For which I realized, okay, I need to connect with more people. I usually would like to work alone, and that did not help me much. So here, that was the biggest challenge which I faced: connect with people, make more team, make it so that you can obviously make a team, otherwise you can't do anything alone. So that was the biggest challenge. Now here, when I came, I understood that yes, you first understanding human relationship, how to build a relationship helps to build a team, minimum a team, and then we'll
Amit, would you also like to share the revelation through your APY charts?
yes. So the APY charts, when I had
So you know what, Amit, people may not know what's an APY chart.
Mhm.
So APY chart is an Astro Power Yantra chart, and this has been developed by Shivo to make the whole process of understanding your own astrological chart in a very sahaj way, instead of learning thousands of factors that make astrology so accurate. What he has done is he has taken those thousands of factors, and he has compressed them into a number. So for every dimension of life, you get a number, and you only have to learn two factors. So it makes it very easy to understand and investigate your own astrological chart. So go on with.
Okay. So the beauty of APY is, as Mansi ma'am told, that it will give you in a very short screenshot view. You will definitely get a chart which is just like one single page, other than a very thick pothi of the astrological charts, which is very difficult to understand even by the person who gives you it. So here, the point is, if you get that single screenshot, it will now I had many different qualities, and people have it, but they don't able to relate it. Suppose if I am good writing, I will think I will become a writer, but what about my engineering skills? What about my skills of in liking with occult? What about my attractions toward devotion? How do I combine this together in a single project? It was just falling apart, means no way it was connecting. And you could do one thing at a time. So either you can go occult, either you can do engineering, either you can uh, go and practice some devotional, or you can become guru. Or so it was not integrating in one space, that okay, I have these all qualities, but what is that which I can do, which can include all the qualities in a way that can be of greater value, or a contribution, at least to a good contribution to the world, and I can facilitate and catalyze the progress of people who actually need that light, and for the people who will come for that light. So this helped me to integrate all these things together. Some places which I had major strength points, I had a brief idea, but it confirmed, it double confirmed that yes, I was mostly going on the correct path, and it also clarified that in which path it showed that I should go mostly in the devotional way, that it was strong for me, and in the occult, if I use it with my leadership skills, and which I will definitely use my expertise of technical skills also. So that could help me in making such a project. I know I never thought, and even people cannot think of doing it unless they are actually being that. So that acceptance only helped me to do that. I don't say that it is just a gift, and I was able to accept that gift, and this is the education to help you accept that gift which you are, so that you can be a contribution to you and every loved ones around you. That's it.
Amit, thank you very much. Here, I would like to share one very deep quantum understanding of quantum life. Normally, what happens is that if you are good at, let's say, in three different dimensions of life, so the traditional wisdom is you choose one of that and you move on that path fully. But in quantum life, no, it's not like that. In quantum life, if you have three dimensions which are strong, we would always find something which would integrate all the three. You don't leave anything. In quantum life, the concept is Very simple. Normally we say you want A or B. In quantum life, we say no, sorry, we want both, and we will create a system which will assimilate both. Okay, so that is the concept of synthesis, and if you know that all the big projects in the world, the beauty of them is that they're integration of multiple skills. So that's what we teach, that how do you integrate the multiple skills, how do you create structure, how do you create project around it, how do you assemble the team, community, brand, everything. That's what we do in our quantum entrepreneurship handholding. Yes, Mazi, thank you.
Shiva, wonderful. So we had the first teaching today on that we have to be the reader of the game, the master reader of the game. And then here we have, like, we don't need to pick. We can synthesize all our talents, and that's what makes us unique. Because there are many engineers in the world, there are many people who are interested in healing, but when we combine everything, we get Amit as this very unique person that he is. Thank you, Neha, for saying that you're really connecting to this, to what you are hearing. That is amazing. So, Weber, can I invite you to invite the next person
Yeah, sure, Mansi.
and introduce them? Yeah.
I would like to invite Preeti Gogal.
Yeah. Hi, Vaibhav. Hi, Mansi. Pranam, Shivo.
Hi, Pranam.
Preeti Gogal, she's a quantum member. She's from New Delhi. Preeti is a past life coach in quantum life, and she helps people to peek into their past lives to make their present life better. She's an astrologer, she's a Reiki master, and a tarot reader as well. And Shivo helped her finding her heroic potential as a past life reader. And now she is a wonderful healer in quantum life, and she's having her own workshops. She's our loving Preeti Di. She is my fellow DYC coach, and also she was my coach. She was my mentor in from my boot camp as well. She has been a very loving Didi to me, handholding me since 2 years. Here you are. Here she is, Preeti. Go ahead.
Wow, that was a lovely introduction, Weber. So I want to take everyone to this point. We used to have this group. We still have a group called Deva Siddhi, which is for volunteers of Quantum Life. And our purpose in that group is to help everyone hone their Siddhi, cultivate their Siddhi, cultivate their special gift, and hone it and nurture it, celebrate it. And I remember we were a group of only 10 people then. And here is Preeti, a homemaker, and everyone is taking a session where they share whatever they have. And she says that I'm going to read. And, and she starts reading. So we are just there. And suddenly she starts talking about our past lives. And we are all like completely bullied. Like, what is happening here? She's like just connecting to everyone's past lives. And some of these past lives were the ones we already knew. And she had no idea. And she was taking names. And it was just like a mind-blowing. We were like, wow. And with the guidance of Shivo, she has been able to look into like about 7,000 years of her past lives. And the whole journey of her, through her past life. And Shivo has declared that this is a global karma teacher that we have here. And Shivo always says that Preeti has not yet completely accepted, so she's not quite there. But I think Preeti is on her journey. And so, Preeti, just welcome you. Please share your story, your success story.
Yeah, thank you, Mansi. Thank you, everyone, for lovely messages. And I want to say, मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि जब मैंने अपनी ऑकल्ट जर्नी शुरू की, सबसे पहले मैंने टैरो कार्ड सीखे, बट वो मैं बहुत ही ज्यादा एक जैसे होता है ना, बिल्कुल साधारण तरीके से करती थी। जो सीखा है, जो बुक से सीखा है, वो ही हम बताएंगे। लेकिन एक हार्ट टू हार्ट कनेक्शन होता है पिक्चर से, एनर्जी से, वो मेरे को नहीं पता था। फिर जैसे जर्नी आगे बढ़ी तो रेकी मास्टर हीलिंग की, तो उससे बहुत क्लीनिंग हुई मेरी। कभी भी मैंने उसके बाद प्रोफेशनलिज्म में नहीं गई, लेकिन उसके बाद एस्ट्रोलॉजी सीखी। उसके बाद मैंने कुछ अपनी एनर्जी हीलिंग का कोर्स करा था, और फिर मैं क्वांटो लाइफ में आई। तो जब 5 साल पहले मैं क्वांटो लाइफ में आई, तो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि बड़ा मुश्किल है अपने आप को देखना। तो बहुत सारी चीजें गले से नहीं उतर रही थी, बहुत सारी चीजें हम एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रहे थे कि हाँ, हमारी लाइफ ऐसी हो सकती है। और एक होता है ना कि हम अपने आप को बहुत ही एक कंडीशन वे में देखते हैं कि हमारी हस्बैंड ऐसा होना चाहिए, हमारी फैमिली ऐसी होनी चाहिए। एज ए एस्ट्रोलॉजर तो मुझे पता था कि हाँ, ये मैंने अट्रैक्ट, ये मेरा ही है। लेकिन एक होती है कि उसको फुली हार्ट से एक्सेप्ट करना, और जो भी है हमारा, जो भी हमारे पास है, या उसको कंडीशन पे ना देख करके हम एज ए ऑब्जर्वर देखें और उसके थ्रू आगे बढ़े, क्योंकि जो हमारी रियलिटी है उसको हम छोड़ नहीं सकते। हम दो बंदे बन के काम नहीं कर सकते कि हम अ, समाज में कुछ है या कहीं कुछ है और अपने आप से कुछ है। तो वी हैव टू बी वन इन एवरी फेज। और ये चीज धीरे 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 धीरे, जैसे होता है ना कि कोयले को हीरा बनाया जाता है, तो वो उसी तरह से हमारी मानसी ने, शिवो ने, वो बहुत सारे हमारे जो हार्ट पैटर्न्स होते हैं, बहुत जैसे बहुत जन्मों के, या कह दो बहुत डीप हार्ट पैटर्न्स होते हैं, जो सोशली हम लेकर आते हैं, जो अपनी कम्युनिटी से लेकर आते हैं, जो हम जहाँ जिस फैमिली में जन्म लेते हैं उससे लेकर आते हैं। तो वो बहुत सारे मेरे डिजॉल्व हुए कि लड़की बीइंग अ फेमिनिन, की लड़की ऐसी होनी चाहिए या वैसे बिहेव करना चाहिए। बहुत सारे हम प्री एजम्पशंस लेकर आते हैं, बहुत सारी कंडीशनिंग, प्री कंडीशनिंग लेकर आते हैं। तो मेरे बहुत सारे डिजॉल्व हुए और अभी भी वो चल ही रहा है। तो ये मैं अमित से बड़ा रिलेट करूंगी कि उसने बहुत अच्छा क्वांटो स्कूल ऑफ लर्निंग, मतलब ये चल रहा है हमारा, और मुझे लगता है मरते दम तक चलता ही रहेगा। और मतलब इसको कैसे खेल खेल में हम डिस्कशन से, बहुत सारा इंटेलेक्चुअल डिस्कशन होता है एज ए ग्रुप मेंबर। तो हमारे बहुत कई बार बहुत लंबे लंबे डिस्कशन करते हैं, किसमें कुछ बातें ना बहुत जैसे डीपली टच कर जाती है कि हाँ, ये मेरे ऊपर लागू है। अभी जैसे मैं अपने 2 एक्सपीरियंस बताऊंगी कि वो सब जो एक्सप्लोर हुआ, हाँ ठीक है वो मेरा है, लेकिन बीच बीच में हमें इमोशनल इन्फ्लक्स बहुत आता है, बहुत सारे इमोशंस इरप्ट होते हैं। और कई बार क्या होता है ना, हमें बैलेंस बनाने में, क्योंकि जब हमारा सबकॉन्शियस बड़ा हैवी होता है, तो हमें समझ नहीं आ रहा होता कि रियलिटी से कैसे बैलेंस बनाया जाए, क्योंकि सबकॉन्शियस हमें रियलिटी में रहने नहीं देता और रियलिटी हमें बहुत चैलेंजेस इम्पोज करती है। तो वी आर इनटू काइंड ऑफ सम इम्बैलेंस। तो हमारे को वो कैसे डील करना है, तो शिवो उसमें बारी बारी, और मानसी, नितिका, वी आर ऑल हार्ट एंड पीपल हेयर। तो वो बहुत एक गाइडेंस मिलती रहती है सतत कि अब ऐसे चलो, इसको ऐसे देखो, और लीव दिस थिंग, let go this thing, work on this thing, and hold, open, accept, open your heart to the new, what is coming, what is unknown, because challenges जो हमारे आ रहे हैं लाइफ में, वो हमें कुछ सिखाने के लिए आ रहे हैं, हमारा आगे का पाथ खोलने के लिए आ रहे हैं, हमें और कॉन्शियस वे में ले जाने के लिए आ रहे हैं। लेकिन बिकॉज ऑफ सबकॉन्शियस पैटर्न, वो हम इतने उसमें फंस जाते हैं लूप में कि हम आगे नहीं बढ़ पाते, हमें आगे का रास्ता। तो वो एक लाइट दिखाना, वो लाइट, अब वो पता है कि लाइट कहाँ से आ रही है। तो आई एम ऑन दैट वे, एंड इट्स ब्यूटीफुल कि एज ए होम मेकर, तो आई डोंट हैव सो मच ऑप्शंस एट माय होम, वेरी ऑर्थोडॉक्स काइंड ऑफ फैमिली। तो बट उसको भी वो सारा बैरियर तोड़ के आप एक और ये ऑनलाइन जो प्लेटफॉर्म है, तो इसकी सारी इनिबिशन निकाल के वो जो एक पाथ मिला है कि हाँ, आई कैन टॉक टू पीपल, आई कैन हेल्प पीपल, एंड आई कैन डू समथिंग फॉर सोसाइटी, फॉर माई सेल्फ, फर्स्ट फॉर माई सेल्फ, देन फॉर सोसाइटी।
प्रीति, मुझे लग रहा है कि आप काफी मॉडेस्ट हो रही हो, एंड आई रियली लाइक दैट. लेकिन वुड यू लाइक टू शेयर व्हाट यू हैव क्रिएटेड इन पास्ट 2 years? I've been through 2 of your workshops and they're just mind blowing. I mean, you don't get that kind of concepts anywhere in the world. And I don't know if a lot of people in Quantum Life would realize that what we have been able to create with Preeti, I mean, in the form of the 2 workshops she has created. I mean, what they are, I mean, it's unimaginable to even think what they have done to people. Everybody who has been part of this workshop is a testimony to what you have done. Actually, I really salute what your creative potential is. Maz, you want to say
Shivu,
something, and then Preeti? Yeah.
Can I share also?
uh, so Shivu, I want to say that everyone is unique, but sometimes there is a very rare talent like Preeti that comes by. And when such a talent comes, sometimes there is no template on how that rare talent should proceed. And I feel one of the things that quantum entrepreneurship has done is to give a template, like not template, but to even when there is no template available, how to move ahead. What is the next step to give that? Because today we are really studying on what are the fundamentals of quantum entrepreneurship and all these success stories. So I feel here, even when I look at the work that the 2 workshops that you were saying, जो womb healing था, इसमें if you look at our APY chart, the Astro Power Yantra, literally it is like it is the keyword of 2 of her most auspicious houses. It is literally, she has taken the keyword and that is the workshop. And that has happened very intuitively, very organically, and being in this vibrational field of this. So I feel that it, no matter which stage of development you are, whether you don't know what you're going to do, whether you know but you don't know how, you're already doing it, you want to go better and wherever you are, in whichever stage of the butterfly's life you are, I feel that it will take you to the next step and it will open that unknown for you.
और
yes.
मैं उसमें एक बात और ऐड करना चाहूंगी कि हमने जो भी कुछ सीखा होता है ना, वो हमारे मतलब एक गुलदस्ते में ना एक फूलों की तरह से होता है, बट कई बार पता नहीं होता कि वो फूल कैसे इस्तेमाल करने हैं या उनका क्या मैक्सिमम एक हायर कॉन्शियसनेस में यूज है. लेकिन क्वांटम लाइफ एक प्लेटफॉर्म देता है. जैसे वूम हीलिंग में आई नो एस्ट्रोलॉजी, तो एक पता था कि हाँ भाई एस्ट्रोलॉजी में ये सब है, तो एक प्लैनेट्स होते हैं वो सब ऐसे लिंक करते हैं वूम पे हर मंथ के. तो शिवो ने गाइड किया, फिर मानसी ने पूरा एक हमारा वर्कशॉप प्रिपेयर हो गया विद इन, मतलब कहते हैं वीक में ही प्रिपेयर हो गया था. और हाउ द डिवाइन गाइडेंस चैनल टू ईच वन ऑफ अस, जो टीम मेंबर्स थे, और वो किस तरह से कंबाइन हुए, पूरे सब लोग जुड़े, राजकुमारी जी के गॉन्ग, और वो सबको जो डीपर लेवल पर एक हीलिंग उस टाइम पर हुई, और वो टाइम भी अपने आप सब कुछ मैच कर गया. So that is the beauty of this quantum life platform, and it's like जैसे कहते हैं ना कि एक ऐसा बूम एक है, एक मैजिकल बूम है जिसके अंदर से बहुत नए नए हीरे निकलते हैं. They even don't know. और जैसे एक होता है ना cosmic father in the and cosmic mother in the physical form, so we see the Mansi and Shivo here to hold us.
Do you also want to talk about your karma cleansing? How did that happen? It was like awesome. My God, what the workshop it was.
Yeah, it was 1.5 year back. तो वो बहुत वो भी एक इंस्टेंट थी कि शिवो सेड कि यू टेक रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, एंड नितिका केम टू हैंड होल्ड मी एंड मानसी वाज देयर. तो वो और उसमें जो रीडिंग्स हुआ, उसमें जो एक सेटअप था विद रुद्रा दर्शन ऑफ अतिन एंड द इन्वोकेशंस गाइडेड बाय शिवो, it was magical and banked upon the energy releases of the people, and also with us as a team member. क्योंकि क्या होता है ना कि जब हम टीम मेंबर होते हैं या जब हम हमारे थ्रू एनर्जी चैनलिंग होते हैं, सबसे पहले हमारी ही क्लीनिंग होती है, हमारे साथ ही हो रहा होता है. तो उसको ऑब्जर्व करना, उसको पूरी तरह से, और एक सरेंडर और लेट गो. ये 2 कीवर्ड्स पूरी तरह से इम्बाइब करने पड़ते हैं और बी इन ग्रैटिट्यूड, क्योंकि उसके बाद भी मेरे को ग्रैटिट्यूड का फीलिंग उस तरह से नहीं था कि अंदर से, तो आई जस्ट मिस दैट ग्रैटिट्यूड कि बोलने से मुंह से बोल दिया हाँ हम इन ग्रैटिट्यूड है, लेकिन वो फीलिंग नहीं आ रही है अंदर से। तो वर्ड्स तो हम बोल रहे हैं, हम जो बोल रहे हैं वो हमें पता है कि ये वर्ड्स बोल रहे हैं, बट वी आर नॉट फीलिंग देम फुल्ली इनसाइड, हमें महसूस नहीं होता। जैसे सॉरी बोल देते हैं, तो सॉरी तो हम बोल रहे हैं लेकिन उसका इम्पैक्ट हमें नहीं, हम सॉरी में नहीं है, हमें, हम फिर से वही काम कर रहे हैं, फिर से वही गलती कर रहे हैं। तो इसी तरह से वर्ड्स को फील करते हुए बोलना। तो अब थोड़ा अब ठहरते हैं और कि बोल रहे हैं तो थोड़ा वैल्यू होना चाहिए अपने लिए भी, तो एक वो वाक सिद्धि में भी जाते हैं, धीरे धीरे सब काम हो रहे होते हैं। तो यस, दिस इज ब्यूटीफुल एंड
Preeti, I have to say that
to
never.
Shivo and Mansi for it, for trusting me and holding my hand like जैसे कहते हैं ना, बहुत जैसे बैक बेंचर वाला बेबी होता है ना, उसको भी टीचर पकड़ के आगे कर देता है। माँ कहती है कि नहीं नहीं ये मेरा बच्चा बहुत अच्छा करेगा। इसे आगे रखो।
Preeti, I have never, this is the most comfortable and natural I have seen you on screen ever. I want to really applaud you on that journey you have. आज मुझे लग रहा है कि this is the most I have seen. I have seen you like today. I'm really seeing you own up emotionally. Also own up who you are. Like today, I'm feeling this effortlessness from you. मुझे याद है कि जब हमने चालू किया था, जब हमने the past life readings, past life workshop चालू किया था, you remember in the beginning there was things that would happen. You would try to come on camera, it would not happen. Like there were so many things, and today I feel psychically that barrier has broken.
Yes.
When I see that journey from that, do you remember we used to invoke Hanumanji, because whenever you would come on this, there would something happen at home, there would be this, and your voice wouldn't be heard, this wouldn't be done. And I feel today I'm seeing that barrier.
टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करने का इनहिबिशन था, स्क्रीन पर आने का इनहिबिशन था, बहुत सारे लोगों से बात करने का
होता है, very psychic, because it was on a very psychic level. So yes, वो consciously तो manifest हो ही रहा था, but psychic plane पे बहुत कुछ obstacles आ रहे थे, and today I feel like you are really relaxed and your
subconscious जो clear होता है ना, so it was magical.
So I mean, Amit just came before, and on Sunday I was saying that how I feel that he has transformed from someone who's very technical to really owning up, wanting that emotional connection, and that is important for his bigger vision of getting all kinds of healers and therapists and psychics in one place and doing that technically, his grand vision. But for that emotional connection, and I can see him have opened that, that butterfly has come out, and today I'm seeing that articulation. When it comes to articulation and facing the camera, connecting to people, like today I feel like butterfly.
I owe it to Quanto Life. It's a cradle for everyone and every hero to get along and being a, मतलब हर मोमेंट पे भी सी कि हाँ ये challenges आ रहे हैं, तो Quanto Life कैसे गाइड करता है उस challenge को डील करने में.
So I think we should kind of move along. We have many people. I'd love to chat with all of you, but
I want to
I
remember something.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in this Tantra group of Leela Ma, and the thing that attracted me towards Quantum Life was someone in the group wrote that she just had the past life reading, and in this community, and it was wonderful and all that. So I was like, past life reading, I really want to have it, and what is it, and all that stuff. Then Leela Ma said, okay, there is a community and you can have that reading. Then after my workshop last day, we did FFS, and after 1 month I had this realization that, oh, what was that thing? It really made a difference in my life. Just one session with Leelama. And then the boot camp was happening, the YC, after 1 week. So yeah, past life reading really was the thing which attracted me so much. I really wanted to share that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank
Didi.
you,
Thank you,
Vaibhav.
Vaibhav.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Can I
Thank
speak?
you, Shivo. Thank you, Mansi.
Yeah, Mansi, can I speak?
Yeah, Ramwanshi.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Preeti ji gives a lots of insight. During the pandemic time, I know Preeti and Nitika handholded me. Except me, all of them got corona. Being a corona warriors, I was protected at that point of time. And there were a lot of upset. The way journey happened, it was troublesome, problems and how, and a lot of, before the surgery, 1 month, the way Preeti told me to invoke and all, my surgery went off very well, sinoplasty. And before, what she advised was very, I might have learned astrology 20 years ago with different people, but what Preeti gives insight is very perfect, because I might have that knowledge, but my insight is too perfect. And Nitika also handholded me. Thanks to Shiva to put me in the Conto Delhi community, because he knows that very soon it will be part of my next residence. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ramwan. Thank you for the sharing.
Here I want to add one thing. मैं एक और बात जोड़ना चाहूंगी कि मैंने एस्ट्रोलॉजी सीखी, मतलब उसमें एक पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन होता है ना, आचार्य कर लिया, लेकिन और एक वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजर के पास भी जाके नाड़ी एस्ट्रोलॉजी सीख ली, पूरा एस्ट्रोलॉजी आ गया, मतलब चार्ट कैसे पढ़ना है वो पता चल गया, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम आती है कि अब उसका उपाय में क्या करें, इतने मंत्र पढ़े क्या करें, कुछ वो प्रैक्टिकलिटी नहीं लगती। तो वो शिवो ने जो बताया ना, कनेक्ट टू देवास एंड कनेक्ट टू वाइब्रेशनल फील्ड, तो धीरे धीरे समझ में आया कि हाँ, एस्ट्रोलॉजी और एपीवाई तो इज जस्ट मिराकुलस। वो कैसे, तुम्हें क्या करना है और किस वे में करना है, तो वो एस्ट्रोलॉजी इस तरह से इम्बाइब हो जाती है हमारी प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ के साथ कि इट्स बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ आवर लाइफ।
So true. So true.
Thank you very much, Preeti. Vaibhav, can you tell us who's coming up? Because just to keep in with the time and everything. So can you just let us know who's coming up?
Thank you, Preeti Di. So now I would like to invite Ankur.
Vaibhav, can you just say who all are coming up if you have the list?
Yeah. So we have Ankur next. Then we going to have Mukul Bhaiya. Then Atin, then Mansi.
Oh, okay.
I can be there.
Okay, fine. So we have about 5 to 6 people coming up.
Tisha also, right?
Yeah, we have
Tisha. So we have about 7 people. I would like to give everyone the stage. So yes, Vaibhav, let's get going. Yeah. Because these are phenomenal. These are very diverse stories. And yes, Vaibhav, please go ahead.
May I invite Ankur? Hi, Ankur. Ankur, can you please unmute?
Hello.
Yeah. So Ankur is a businessman from Jaipur who runs an automobile dealership. He has been a software engineer and had worked with Tech Mahindra. He's a constant learner, currently in stocks. Welcome, Ankur.
Thanks, Vaibhav. Actually, right now I'm running a business. I sell motorcycles and scooters, and I'm also like in the side learning about stocks. It's kind of like a hobby. So I joined last program of quantum entrepreneurship, and the reason I joined that was because I was really frustrated with the way my business was going, and I did not have clarity. I was looking for a solution, and then this poster came sent to me by someone from the Quanto community, and it connected with me. So I joined the course, and like one key learning in the whole course that the one thing that I took from this, which was really important for me, was that uh like I am responsible for my own situations. So uh being an entrepreneur, whatever task I'm taking, whatever it is I'm doing, if I am failing or if I'm succeeding, I'm responsible for my failures also, for my success also. So you read it in books and all, but being part of this group really cleared this thing up for me. So now, after that course, whenever I look at something, if it's working or not working, then I don't blame someone. I see, all right, so maybe I have to do something with it, so I have to find the solution. Second thing that I really took from this was that uh, like in business, I'm facing many challenges, and I realized that on a subconscious level, uh, I I created those challenges, because such kind of blocks exist inside me, so I can see them outside of me. So I don't know how to put it into words, but that was something that became clear to me. Whatever I feel inside or see inside, that's what I'm manifesting outside, and that's the kind of situation I'm finding myself in. So that was an eye opener for me. I mean, learnings are so many. I don't know if I can, summarize all of them, but these two are the key learnings. And now I'm more aware of my situation, and I'm seeing my business in more realistic terms, not what I want, but more in the terms of what that business can give me, like if I'm thinking that I want to earn this much, but the business is capable of earning this much only. So now I'm coming to terms with that, and then I'm seeing what is it that I want in future. So now I know if tomorrow I'll go in some other kind of business, then what's inside me, what kind of a business I'll choose, and how I'll make the current business better. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Ankur, that was
Wonderful
some
realizations, Ankur. Wonderful realizations. Hats off to you.
Thank you.
Ankur was also a star student, who would diligently take notes. And I feel that his natural analytical abilities really synchronized with the quantum entrepreneurship. And it was wonderful to have him give wisdom and insights. Through his dilemma, he was in a dilemma that time when he came into quantum entrepreneurship, and through his dilemma, so many concepts of entrepreneurship got clear. Shivu, can you share what were some of the key things that came out through his? Because it took everyone, it took everyone to the point where we all face these dilemmas between okay, Shiva, I'll say what stuck out to me. It is like a model of something that is successful for someone else is not going to work for you if that is not what you're meant to do in life. Because he thought that he was going to do a business that is usually successful, and he had the capital to do it. But I think you helped him realize that since that was not his potential, that is not what was his passion, so it would not quite work for him. Is that what we came to?
Yeah, there were a lot of things actually.
Yeah, too many.
I am just hesitating to share because some of them are quite personal things. So I'm hesitating to share that actually.
Okay.
But Ankur, you were very diligent, and you were really, I mean, you were there to learn. And I'm just so proud to see that what you learned, you're still applying and you are deriving value from that. I'm just very happy. Also, I've already told him, Mansi, what is his best potential. I know he's feeling stuck, so he's not moving in that direction. And we had a talk 3 days back also, which where I said that if you are thinking that you are stuck, I will resolve and then I will do that. It is not. That's not how life works. Whatever is your potential, you begin to work, and then wherever you are stuck, it will resolve on its own. So let's see, let's see. But I'm really very happy that Ankur has made so much progress.
Yes,
Yeah, but I
indeed.
see a huge potential in him. I see huge potential in him.
Absolutely, absolutely. He is so insightful. Shivu, one of the things that came up with when we were discussing Ankur's case study, one of the things that came up so much was what you just said, that so many of us are waiting for the right time to do what we want, and we are like, I will gain the capital, I will be successful, and then I will support what is my potential. And you just broke that fallacy. That is such faulty thinking. That is the reason why we are not completely we don't reach the top in the field we are working for, because that is not our potential, and we just want to keep plugging at it. And then plus we feel that incompleteness because we are not working on our potential. So thanks to Ankur, that whole paradigm we all could investigate for our own selves.
Like, if I can say one more thing, the first concept in first class that we learned was that, now businesses have changed so much. So people who are demanding products and services, those products and services are aspiration based, means they desire that. It's not need based. So, once that understanding came, I realized that whatever I was selling, I was selling it because I thought that person needed it. But the right way to sell that was, I had to create aspiration in the person that, okay, owning this
Right,
will
right.
make you look like this, or will give you this kind.
Yes,
That's
yes.
so much change. Yeah.
Ankur, exactly. That is one of the things we learned. The aspiration.
Yeah.
Yes, you absolutely share that. Shivu, you want to add anything else?
No, Mansi. Thank you, Ankur.
So
Thank you.
Ankur, I hope we see you again more, and you continue to be a part of this and really apply all those insights in the community. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Vaibhav.
Thank you, Ankur. Ankur was the front bencher and I was the back bencher, me and Pankajji, of the workshop last year. And thanks to you, Ankur, we were able to pass the examinations because of your notes. Wonderful sharing. Thank you. So now I would like to invite Mukul Patil. So Mukul is a lead analyst in Bank of America, belongs to Mumbai. He founded Jashni Foundation and he calls himself a student of life. Welcome here, Mukul. Yeah.
Hi, Vaibhav. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Thank you so much for the introduction, and hello everyone in the group. Uh, so my interaction with Contolife started in 2016. That was my first discussion with Shu and Mansi. And Mansi clearly pointed me that there is a Cancer in house, which is very auspicious in my astrology chart. So seva and charity work is good for me, and I should involve my mother, and I should focus on my homeland. So that was like a seed, and which sprouted in the form of Jeshri Foundation 1 year later. And I'm really grateful to Mansi and Sho for that kind of guidance. It was a very short interaction, but it was such a valuable advice. So over the years, I'm still a Contolife student, and the main Contolife principle is the observation. She always say that observation is the highest act of creation. So if you have to create something, you have to be a good observer. But when we say we have to observe what exactly? So she was saying observe reality the way it is, not from a positive thinking mindset or not even negative thinking mindset. Be a reality thinker. So when we see reality, what happens is there is so much diversity, right? There are so many different kinds of people, different belief systems. So how can you really create out of such a diverse belief system, right? Such a big challenge. So that's where the high consciousness or super consciousness comes in picture. Because if you have read *Sapiens* by Yuval Harari, then you will realize that *Sapiens* had highest success rate. And we have evolved into *Sapiens* Homo sapiens, and the key reason was *Sapiens* were good at forming groups. The network of people which are flexible and scalable, and the core of that, the principle of forming a group was people who shared the same belief system. They were grouped together. Even today we do that, right? We like people who share same belief system with us. So in that context, how to integrate diversity, right? If there are people with diverse belief system, how can you integrate them? And that is the value creation principle by Control Life, that integrate diversity. But to integrate diversity, you need a high consciousness. So Control Life is that place, that platform which gives you high consciousness place, and where you can be vulnerable, you can have difference of opinions, but still you can integrate and create value. So that is the biggest learning from me from Control Life, and it is still a evolving principle. It is not easy to understand, but I'm just trying to explain in simple words whatever I have understood so far. So observation is highest act of creation. That is core Quantum Life principle. And second is maximum value creation. Shio says 10x value from X effort. So in my social venture, which is Jayashree Foundation, it's been 5 years now, and we started with simple charitable activities, distribution of shawls and blankets like those. So over the years, we realized that how much can you do this kind of activities and what impact actually it creates. It's very little, and it's very temporary. You know, I remember we did stationery donation in one of the rural schools, and a month or I think a couple of months later, one student wrote a comment, "Sir, notebook khatam ho gaya." Then I realized, itna there is a so what is the 10x that we can create? So if you see the Nobel laureates
You're
who has,
breaking a little bit for me, at least. Can you?
is this
Yeah.
better? Can I hold mic like this?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Right. So if you study the Nobel laureates who has worked in the field of economics and how and their research on how to elevate poverty, almost every one of them has said that health and education are two domains which need maximum transformation. So in Jayashree Foundation also we are focusing on these two dimensions, and I constantly seek guidance from Shiva and Mansi how to make it more and more effective, because the kind of country that we have, the population that we have, and we have $2,000 per annum capita income. So it's very really low. So when we set out vision for Jayashree Foundation, we decided to put it in simple words that we will create a culture of love, abundance, and high trust. Because when we observe reality, what we see today, right? Do we see love all around? From reality perspective, no, right? Do we see loving people all around? Right? When we go outside, do we see high trust on the street? Even if we park our bike, we will lock our helmet. We don't keep just helmet on the bike. So these are the society that we are living in, where there is a low trust, and to form high trust, you need super consciousness. So all these things are tied to all the Control Life principles. I don't know how much can I speak and explain, but Control Life has been a phenomenal value addition in my life. Before Control Life, I have been to many spiritual organizations: Isha Foundation, Art of Living, Vipassana, Zen Yoga, Eternal Power Foundation. I have studied a lot of things, and the kind of openness that we have in Contour Life, I did not find anywhere else. Every organization has their plus or minus point. I love Sadhguru. I still wear his ring. So nothing against any organization. I love all of them. I'm from a social domain, so I like every organization that creates some value. So that's there. That's where they are creating value. But the value that Quantum Life is creating is completely different than any organization out there, because this is path of Brahma, the path of creation. Many organizations are yet to realize that the Kali Yuga is over and it is ascending the Upper Yuga. This insight in itself is so enlightening, because we are in ascending phase. So that gives us the confidence that we can create something new and take life to a better level. So Quantum Life is in short, it's quality life for me. If you want to live quality life, join Quantum Life. That's what I would say. And Vaibhav, I think I've spoken too much. So back to you.
That was very enchanting, Mukul Bhaiya. I was so focused on what you were saying. Thank you. I would like to invite Shivo if he wants to add something here.
So, so such a long association with Mukul, and I've always found him in gratitude. And today, one example of gratitude, he came to meet me at Arohi, and he donated 51,000 rupees to Quantum Life. So that shows what kind of gratitude he has actually. I mean, he's not a millionaire or anything. I mean, he is a normal middle class person, but this is what his act of gratitude is. It has been.
Sure, I wanted to do it since long. It's very small thing actually compared to what I have received from Quantum Life, and the connection that I share with you. It's, I don't know. It will take many lifetimes to even I don't know what to say. But I am really grateful that I have found you, and I had that desire in mind that I want some master with whom I can interact directly. I always had that desire. And when my first mentor left for Australia, God arranged, miraculously connected me to you. And that happened through my first mentor only. Somebody came to his program who introduced me to somebody, and somebody introduced me to Dr. Mohan Pakre, and then he introduced me to you. So it's just wonderful synchronicities. And ever since I have joined Quantum Life, synchronicities have been happening on and on, always. So thank you, Sho, for your guidance and the love that you show. And thank you for tolerating me. Most importantly.
Yeah, we have had epic fights also.
Mukul, I'm so, the whole time you were talking, I was just, the word synchronicity kept coming to me, because I remember that when you that in Quantum Life, everyone would talk about experiences, and you would say कि मुझे ये नहीं होता है, वो नहीं होता है, तुम लोग को जो होता है वो मुझे नहीं होता है. But the one thing that happened to you was synchronicity. So for me, when I think of quantum entrepreneurship and you, what is the fundamental in your success story? The word synchronicity only comes, and I was like, when is he going to say that? I was waiting. So
I can't believe I forgot to mention about synchronicity. Maybe I'm too exhausted. I just reached
and you were like, over to you, Vaibhav, and I'm like, wait, I have to get synchronicity in. So
thank you, Mansi. Thank you for reminding. And synchronicity is such a important parameter or benchmark, I would say, if we are progressing on spiritual path. I think that's what because I don't get those psychic experience. I'm not as lucky as a lot of quantums, but life is fantastic. So no complaints, but it's an important concept. So those who are new to Quantum Life, please try to read about synchronicity. I think Deepak Chopra has explained very well in Synchro Destiny book. So it's a very good read. Sorry, Sho, you were saying something and I just jumped.
No, I already said what I wanted to.
Thank you, Mukul. Thank you, Shivu. Wherever can we?
I would like to grab this opportunity to invite Mukul Bhaiya to take a session on Quantum Adda about synchronicity. Thank you.
Sure, I'll share whatever I can, definitely.
Thank you. Okay, so now I'd like to invite Atin Tripathi.
Good evening, Atin, Ramun.
Yeah, Atin, can you pin yourself?
Yeah, I just. Okay, thank you. मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ जी. So Atin, may I introduce you?
Yeah.
Atin Tripathi, one of the founding members of Quanto Life. He's from Ujjain. This young and dynamic coach has wooed and helped lots of people. He's also mentoring young coaches like me. Atin is a channel of Sheshnag and Rudradev. He's also a backbone of Quanto Life, and he handles a lot of creative work and intellectual stuff as well. All yours, Atin Bhaiya.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you, Vaibhav. And I would out to Shiva sir and Mansi. And definitely Mahadev. I'm audible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, I want to share about the Mahadev project. But before it, maybe I feel I share more about what if you don't, you get the divine project, and if you don't acknowledge it or play with it, so it is very dangerous. So I feel
Atin, so this is what you're learning. This is what your key learning you have received. That if you have received a divine channeling, if you have been assigned a divine responsibility, in no case you can compromise with that. I mean, that's what you want to share. This is a learning. This is the key learning you want to share, right?
Yeah.
Okay, please go ahead.
So definitely I want to share the learning. Learning, I would say, but it's on the way. तो बेसिकली मुझे जो प्रोजेक्ट मिला है महादेव से, और डेफिनेटली ये मैं तो जस्ट क्योंकि मैं उज्जैन में हूँ, डेफिनेटली महादेव ने चूज किया है. शिवो सर मानसी ही उस प्रोजेक्ट को लीड कर रहे हैं, और बाकी के मुकुल है, दीपिका है, रूपाली है, प्रीति, मनीषा जी. देयर आर सो मेनी पीपल हु आर backbone of this project, Mahadev project, and all the 90% of the benefits I am receiving by all the support. So there are three things which is been weakness for me, and which is commitment. When I commit anything to anyone, so I don't do it. मतलब करता हूँ, मतलब मेरे वो एक blessing रही है, मैं करता हूँ, but it is not on time or something. और दूसरी मेरी जो weakness रही है वो the heavy subconscious, very impurity, selfishness and so many things. वो मैं लाइफ आफ्टर लाइफ से कैरी करते आ रहा हूँ. और तीसरी वीकनेस
यहाँ पे मैं थोड़ा इंटरप्ट करूँ, और I want to give another context. So I really salute Atin for the kind of awareness work he has done on himself and the way he has grown. So we were I think in 2013 we were in Vrindavan. Atin was also part of that pilgrimage. We were 10-12 of us, and then Atin just went to Kalia Ghat, and he suddenly recalled and remembered that he was Kalia Nag. So now you can imagine from that consciousness of Kalia Nag how much subconscious, how much heavy subconscious it was, and how much work he had to do. Literally, I salute Atin for the kind of subconscious dissolution he has done for himself. And that is why, because he has worked so much on himself, he is such a great subconscious dissolution coach. He's such a great liberation coach. I mean, Atin has done wonders, and those who have done workshops with Atin, they will vouch for how deep Atin's insights are, and how can really he pull people up. So Atin, why don't you share about what is the 84 Mahadev project, 84 Mahadev?
Yeah,
What is
so I
70
was
Mahadev?
finishing. I was
Yeah.
just going क्योंकि मुझे ऐसे ही आया था बोलने के लिए. I was just starting with it. क्योंकि मुझे ना एक्चुअल में एक सेफ्टी नेट रही है मेरी, और आई वाज थिंक अनकॉन्शियसनेस. तो एक सेफ्टी नेट हर समय रही है, क्योंकि मुझे एक सेफ्टी नेट हर समय अपने पास रखनी पड़ती है, क्योंकि इट वाज सो हैवी अनकॉन्शियसनेस. और आज मैं यहाँ पे आया हूँ, बट अभी मैं 50% आया हूँ, और अभी बहुत ज़्यादा इवोल्यूशन की ज़रूरत है. और आई कैन सी माई सेल्फ एज अ वेरी, तो अभी तो मुझे अपना करप्ट भी नहीं लग रहा है. तो एक जो सेफ्टी नेट रही है वो टू बी ऑथेंटिक, मतलब अपने आप को एक्सपोज करना, और टू एक्सपोज वन सेल्फ. क्योंकि जब हम लोग एक्सपोज करते हैं अपने आप को, आई वांट टू एक्सपोज, जितना भी जो भी सुनना चाहे, तो आई वांट टू एक्सपोज, बिकॉज जितना हम एक्सपोज करते हैं उतना हो जाता है कि यू एटलीस्ट यू 50% चांसेस कम हो जाते हैं कि यू विल नॉट गेट इनटू द ट्रैप ऑफ सबकॉन्शियस. क्योंकि आप बोल ही दोगे कि मैं ऐसा हूँ, तो शायद बहुत सारी आंखें हो जाती है फिर आपको देखने के लिए कि यू आर नॉट ओनली द ऑब्जर्वर, देयर आर सो मेनी ऑब्जर्वर अराउंड यू. अगर कोई चोर बोल ही देगा कि मैं चोर हूँ,
This is very, very deep inside, Atin, and it requires a lot of courage to live like that.
या सो देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स. बेसिकली मैं अपने फ्रेंड्स को शेयर कर लेता हूँ, कुछ क्वांटो फ्रेंड को, जो मैं शायद किसी को नहीं करता है, मानसी को भी. तो मानसी के साथ तो मैं वर्स्ट रहा हूँ हर समय. द वर्स्ट ऑफ माई सेल्फ आई ऑलवेज विद मानसी. तो so this is the safety net which I want to throw in right now to save myself, because the trap is very big for me. So I want to throw the safety net अभी बहुत लोगों के consciousness में आया. और yeah, so these are the thing which is a weakness of me, and this is the thing which is required in the Mahadev project. Right? इसमें मैं जरा सी भी गलती करूंगा तो आज महादेव ने मुझे वो पास शो किया है कि भैया किधर जाना है तुझको. You know, literally he shows the shivlinga open up, and he shows me कि भैया इधर show, you know, you have to go there basically. It was so unusual image for me and very dangerous. So this is the thing, and this I need to be committed, to be conscious, and to be clean subconsciously. So this I need to do, or this is very challenging for me. और अब जरा सी भी गलती करूंगा तो I am gone. It is very dangerous for me. So this is the very crucial junction right now. I am where I am gone. Like I am at the 99 degree, and I will get evaporated at 100 degree. So this is the realization. और अभी मुझे बहुत अभी पता नहीं क्या करूँगा मैं, भगवान जाने. So yeah, so this is the Mahadev project, which got you know definitely. मैं शिव सर ने जो आप अगर देखेंगे YouTube में, आई एम जस्ट टेकिंग 10 more minutes to complete this. So there is a conscious pilgrimage you will find on Quanto Life YouTube channel, where Shiva sir explained, Vedanath हो गया, या there are different temples he visited and explained how we meditate and how we get transformed through it, the particular temple. So this is Shiva sir started the conscious pilgrimage. And I used to think that क्योंकि there are 84 महादेव in Ujjain. आपने उज्जैन का महाकाल तो सुना ही होगा, but there are 84 महादेव in Ujjain. So I was used to think that अगर हनुमान जी के 4 मंदिर हैं तो क्यों चारों मंदिर जाना. एक मंदिर है, एक हनुमान जी है, एक शिवलिंग है, एक शिवा है, तो एक ही में क्यों नहीं जाते. और क्यों जाते, क्योंकि I started as a ओशो follower. तो वो फिर एक दिमाग में ऐसा आ गया था मुझको. डेफिनेटली इट इज ऑलरेडी मिस मास्टर को मिसअंडरस्टूड करते तभी इस तरह से होता है. तो मैं कभी मंदिर नहीं जाता था, जाता था तो आई वाज यूज्ड टू लाफ. पूजा चल रही तो मैं हंसता था क्योंकि डेफिनेटली वी मिसअंडरस्टूड द मास्टर ऑलवेज. और ओशो को मिसअंडरस्टूड करना सबसे आसान काम. सो शिवो सर एक बार आए उज्जैन में, और शिवो सर ने बोला कि मैं आई वाज जस्ट महाकाल में गया, शिवो सर जा रहे थे. शिवो सर ने बोला हाउ टू गो टू टेम्पल, एंड ही सेड कि जहाँ पे महाकाल आया हो तो अपना सर काट के रख दो. तो उन्होंने फिर उन्होंने बताया कि कैसे हम लोग अपने इम्प्रिंट को देखते हैं, किसी मंदिर में डिसॉल्व करते हैं. तो फिर फ्रॉम वहाँ से मेरा जर्नी चालू हुआ एज ए कॉन्शियस पिलग्रिमेज. और उसके बाद से मैं कभी भी खाली हाथ नहीं लौटा महाकाल से, कभी भी नहीं लौटा. ना केवल महाकाल से खाली हाथ नहीं लौटा, बल्कि उज्जैन में बहुत सारे पावरफुल टेम्पल्स हैं या समाधि स्थल है बेसिकली. तो वहां से भी मैं जब भी जाता था, जिस तरह से शिव सर ने मुझे गाइड किया था, तो कभी भी आई नेवर, उसके बाद डेफिनेटली बहुत सारे देवी देवताओं ने मदद की। तो फिर हम लोगों ने जब 84 महादेव को चालू किया, क्योंकि उज्जैन में जो 84 महादेव होते हैं, आप किसी भी टेम्पल में जाते हैं तो अगर शिवा के टेम्पल में जाएंगे तो रुद्र अभिषेक करेंगे या किसी और तरीका अभिषेक करेंगे, ओम नमः शिवाय बोलेंगे, फूल या बिलपत्र चढ़ाएंगे, पंचामृत का अभिषेक करेंगे। इस तरह से हम लोग नॉर्मली इसको अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं। इसको डेफिनेटली वी इंटर एंड वी फील द कॉन्शियसनेस। तो फिर 84 महादेव उज्जैन में लोग 6 and 7 days में कर लेते हैं। दीज आर द 84 महादेव which has been ancient story. These are very very powerful temples and which is story of Mahabharata and Ramayana time or much before time. और कहीं कृष्ण भगवान ने खुद ने तपस्या की है, कहीं पे हनुमान जी आए हैं, कहीं में कई ऋषि आए हैं, कहीं शिव के गण आए, कहीं में कामदेव आए, कहीं इंद्र देव ने स्थापना की है। सो दे आर वेरी एंशिएंट टेम्पल। तो जब मैं गया 84 महादेव करने, और डेफिनेटली हम लोगों ने 7 दिन में कन्वर्ट करा, तो आई फाइंड हर मंदिर में आई फाइंड, क्योंकि शिव सर ने पहले ही गाइड किया था, तो आई फाइंड हर मंदिर में एक अलग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन। जब भी हम एक, क्योंकि सबकॉन्शियस के बहुत सारे डायमेंशंस होते हैं, मतलब अगर आप लस्ट को भी देखेंगे तो लस्ट में भी बहुत सारे सबकॉन्शियस खुल जाते हैं। सबकी अपनी अपनी जर्नी होती है, लस्ट भी बहुत प्रकार की होती है, या डिजायर्स भी बहुत सारे की होती है। डिजायर्स भी आप कितनी तरह की लेंगे। तो हर 84, तो शिव सर ने बताया कि दीज आर द 84 टाइप ऑफ ह्यूमन बीइंग व्हिच आर पॉसिबल। तो आई फाउंड दैट हर मंदिर में कुछ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो रहा है, कुछ अलग तरह का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो रहा है। तो आई रिसीव दिस गाइडेंस टू रियली स्प्रेड दिस मैसेज। और शिव सर भी आए बीच में, उन्होंने भी बताया मेडिटेशन करके कि किसका क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है। देन वी स्टार्टेड, मतलब ये जब महादेव के जब गाइडेंस आ रहे, क्या करना है नेक्स्ट, क्या करना है नेक्स्ट, क्या करना है, एंड देन we started with the with the team and with the Quanto Life online invocation करना चालू किया। मानसी शिव सर used to give the insight of each महादेव स्टोरी सुनने के बाद, और which are very very deep insight, मतलब वो ऐसी ऐसी deep insights है हर महादेव की, जो मतलब आप समझिए कि 84 डायमेंशन ऑफ योर लाइफ यू आर एक्सप्लोरिंग, और हर डायमेंशन की जब शिव सर और मानसी डीप इंसाइट देते हैं, whether it is dust, greed, desires, siddhis, there are different dimensions हमारे लाइफ के, वो different dimension के इंसाइट देते हैं। एंड ऑनलाइन भी लोगों को ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होने लग गया, और देयर आर सो मेनी मिरेकल्स व्हिच अभी आई थिंक समय नहीं है, तो मिरेकल्स होने लगे बहुत सारे, और ऑनलाइन लोगों का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होने लगा। सो दिस इज अ वेरी बिग प्रोजेक्ट, एंड आई वुड से कि ये ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट है जो जो इट इज लाइक हर एक महादेव को जब पूरी दुनिया में कहीं पे भी लोग इन्वोक करें या पार्टिसिपेट करें, तो दे गेट द इंसाइट एंड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन बेसिकली। So there are different layers of transformation, the insight, the introspection part, and going into deep into meditation and dissolving it and connecting with the Shiva. So we have decided to have an oracle card related to this Mahadev. We have decided, there are so many, this is a huge project, and there's so many like 84 type of meditation in coming years as per guidance of Shiva Sir Mansi and how the Mahadev will guide. So this is a huge project, and we are working on it, the conscious pilgrimage, and I definitely feel that it will change the way people go to temple. It will change the, it will transform many people, and it has been transforming. So yeah, so I'm just अभी इतना ही मुझे लग रहा है शेयर करने को, and
एकदम जो अतिन ने क्रक्स की बात कही, जो बहुत बड़ा विजन है इस मंदिर, इस प्रोजेक्ट के साथ, that this project will change the way people visit the temple. अभी इतना लोगों का रिचुअलिस्टिक तरीका होता है मंदिर में जाने का, और ट्रांसफॉर्मेशनल वे नहीं है. What he is teaching to go to temple and experience a real transformation. You can just imagine how big potential it is. Yes, thank you, Atin.
Yeah,
I think you are divinely chosen, and that's why you even took birth in Ujjain.
Atin,
this was decided even before you were born.
Atin, can I speak?
Yes, Ram.
I have written a letter to Madhya Pradesh's Chief Minister for a proposal to make a documentary on 84 Mahadev by me. I've written a letter, so I'm announcing it here. So he was my Yuva Morcha president, national, when I joined the BJP. I've written a letter to him on this aspect. Thanks.
Thank you, Ramoji. I will connect.
To make a documentary, obviously, it's not moved as yet because of other things. I have written a letter. It's sent to his CM office of Madhya Pradesh. That's all.
Thank you, Ramoji. You want to add?
Thank you, Atanmaya. Mansi, are you there?
Yes.
Mansi, do you want to add something?
No, Weber. Good.
Okay. Thank you, Atanmaya. Mansi, would you like to go next?
Thank you, Weber. Mansi should.
Sure, Weber.
Okay. So let me introduce Mansi. Mansi is the founder of Quanto Life. I'm short of words right now, but I'll speak what is coming in my mind. Mansi is my guru. Mansi is guru of all of us. Mansi is the mother. She is the Shakti. She is the divine mother in Quanto Life. She has found me, and like me, she has found many heroes, and she had made us realize our heroic potential. She also founded this amazing workshop that we call Hero's Journey, A Hero is Born. It's a community of hero kids where we create heroic potential of kids, and we work with them to throw that heroic potential and to evolve that heroic potential. She is a tarot reader. And so Mansi, I would like, I was about to go ahead with the tarot thing, but I would like to invite you to please handle the stage now. Thank you.
Thank you, Weber. Thank you for all the love really that I've received from so many contours. I will start really if it comes to the success of these two entrepreneurship projects, whether it be Hero Kids or the Tarot paradigm, it's really about the people who have been a part of it. I feel these have been such community projects. I'll start with kids because that is so dear to me. Shivo has been talking about that we are in the ascending Dwapar Yuga, and the kids are more conscious than us. And so the way this project with kids started was this realization that yes, I do see the consciousness of the kids is far more evolved than us. They may not have that experience, they may not have those that life journey, but I can feel their consciousness. And that was one reason. And other thing is, in all our workshops, people would talk about their patterns, and many of them had come from childhood. So I thought, what if we taught the kids how to release these patterns when they are kids themselves? So what kind of generation would we create? What kind of generation would get created? And that was the premise behind, A Hero is Born. The first one was done in USA, and I have to say that really the kids, we had selected we had selected specific role models for them based on their personality, their vision of life, their aspirations, and they connected so deeply. Some of them even channeled. In fact, I still remember that there was this kid from USA who had his name was Sanat, and he had channeled Ramanujan. He loved mathematics. He was a little bit of a mathematics genius, and he deeply connected to him, and he had dressed up like him. But really, when you were listening to him talk about Ramanujan and his own journey with mathematics, you could feel that he was channeling Ramanujan. And then so all the kids, we had Hasani, invoke Rabindranath Tagore and channel him and share his contributions. So we had all the kids do that. And what was phenomenal were the interviews of hero kids. I don't know, have y'all been in any? So I'm not seeing any faces. So I'm like, whom am I talking to? But have you all seen those? Has anyone been in those kid interviews where our hero kids interviewed, heroes who had really made it big in their fields? So we had Sanat interview, Dr. Mohan Pakre. We had our Divya Ranjana's daughter interview Salva Owens, who's a really celebrated fashion designer in US. We had Miraya, who talked to, who interviewed one of my Nordic neighbors, who's actually who's an artist and a Hollywood writer and performer. So we had this amazing, and it was unbelievable for me, at least, to see these 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds. Ark had interviewed the creator of Rashmi Robot. So it was just phenomenal for me. But can anyone come on camera? I feel I'm talking to names that are, that I can't see. And thank you, Nitika, thank you, Weber. So I'm really, for me, it's people. I think, thank you, Rohini, thank you, Rajkumari, thank you, Amir, thank you, Piyu. So yes, Ark, I still remember Ark in the World Transformation Festival, and Ark was talking about his heroes. Hi, Ark. And Ark was like, and Ark started by saying, I was just a normal
hero
kid.
style में वो पूरा ovation वगैरह ले रहा है, standing ovation ले रहा है, जरा उसको कैमरा पे लेकर आओ.
आ गया वो कैमरा पे.
पिन करो उसको.
उसको स्पॉटलाइट करो ना उसको. नमस्ते आ रहे.
What? Part में.
Ark will get his puppy. Yes.
His buddy.
We
are together.
And I still remember, Ark, what was it you said? He said that he was talking about his hero's journey. He's like, I was just a normal kid. And then, so natural.
What did I just say?
You were sharing your amazing journey on such a big platform. And so Ark, what was your best part of the hero's journey?
Probably the 2 times when I had an interview with Mr. Ranjit Srivastav, and I was giving that speech on the
World Transformation
speech, where I was like the too young, the second youngest kid, on something like that. Those were my 2 favorite times.
Yes. So really, it was our heroes. Do we have Tisha also? Rupali, is Tisha around?
Mansi, Tisha is in her dance class.
Okay. Rupali, aap hero moms are bigger heroes. यहाँ से ही तो heroes born होते हैं. So another amazing thing was all these kids in the second part of the Quanto Kids community. They all conducted invocations by themselves. They led invocations. I think many of you all have attended those invocations, and some of the deepest experiences for me have happened in those invocations done by these heroes, these little kids. There was Miraya, Rama, Divya, Shri, Shubh, and so many others. I am still missing those, so I think we should bring it back. Really, and then all these kids conducted their own classes. They led 1 hour, 2 hour sessions where they taught painting. We had Shri who taught painting. We had Rama who talked about how to take the perfect pose, and she did the first ever Quanto fashion show. So we had so many highlights from the hero's journey. I don't know if anyone would like to share their own highlight on chat or something, but
I would like to highlight about Divya, how she had done the Ardhanarishwar makeup. It was
Ardhanarishwar,
so
oh
awesome.
wow.
Like, very beautiful. It was, yeah.
That still gives me goosebumps, the Ardhanarishwar, the half was just amazing. Anyone else wants to share their moment? I even think of
The
Miraya.
invocations that the kids used to do, and any session that they did, we couldn't say that they are kids, and it was so awesome and being led by them, and they were so confident, and the way they'll make us scan our bodies, कुछ भी हो, like they were so perfect. ये कहा ही नहीं जा सकता कि ये बच्चे हैं. They're so evolved souls, as you say. It was really very wonderful to have. And Miraya ke paintings, so like she inspired me. I think after 20 years or so, I just did the paintings again. It was very beautiful, very mature and very evolved souls these kids are.
It was
It
like
was very
storytelling.
beautiful to be a part of that. These
Webber is a part of it too.
Yeah, I would like to yeah,
Yes.
definitely, Mansi, because the change in Miraya was amazing. Like, she was such she was a very I don't want to use the word dull, but she was kind of very she doesn't want she was not speaking, and she used to skip any opportunity to perform on stage and all those things. And but after first a level of Conto Kids, we found out that she's a great storyteller, and also her role model was Sushmita Sen.
Yes.
And in the level 2, when we gave her this project and she was learning Mithila art those days. So we gave her project to tell 3 stories through her art, through Mithila art. And it was enchanting. And after that, there was such a change in Miraya. And I see her now. She takes FFS. She take meditation session with her cousins. And
wow!
I post that picture on the group and even on the Facebook, and that was such a proud moment for me. And that was amazing, seeing kids getting such high confidence level through us, and totally realizing their heroic potential. So that's amazing.
Absolutely. One of my experiences, like one of the standout moments, was when we did an invocation of space. Shivo, you would remember when we did it for the US kids, most of them probably haven't even heard the word Upanishads, or who are really, and Shivo said, let's do it now. And we did that, and the insights they had, we were just connecting to the sky outside and maybe a tree, and we were all gone to our windows and we were connecting with the sky, and the insights they got. I still remember that one of the kids, he told me, so I told him, towards the end I was asking everyone, what do you all get from the program? And he was telling me, Mansi auntie, the other day I was working on my basketball. This is the one who wants to be a mathematician. He was working on his basketball, and he was not able to make a certain kind of hoop in a certain way for maybe 2-3 months. And he said, I just asked the space, what am I missing? So I connected with so he told me he has connected with the basket. I still get goosebumps. He said, I connected with the basketball field, I connected with the hoops and me, and I felt everything. I felt the space, and I asked what I need to do, and then I was able to do it. And I was like, wow,
This is
Wow.
like real being in the moment. And I have to say,
Really?
it's entrepreneurs, and this is real quantum entrepreneurship. To really feel everything, to feel your failure, to feel the moment, to ask the space, what am I missing? And suddenly you realize you are given what you are missing, and you just effortless success. That is
And
quantum entrepreneurship.
I get goosebumps that if this is what this kid is doing at 9, what is this kid going to create? Thank you so much, Jayaji. Yes, Ishan was also in the US group, and his role model was Jason, I forget, Miraz, Jason Miraz, and Jason Miraz is a Grammy-winning, musician and songwriter who actually technically lives close to us, and he has avocado farms. And Ishan had made a video for Autism's Got Talent, and Ishan reached to the semi-final of it, of Autism's Got Talent, and he got to perform in a real life studio. And he did not lose his nerves there. Like suddenly we have a green room, we go into a studio, it's completely dark with this big monitors, life-size monitors, and he just goes and performs there. And that was for me, like, I was like, wow. And so really, it's really those standout. There have been so many standout moments in this. Rajkumari, you remember, you were there, you were one of the guests, and you're on
Durvashri, yeah.
We call her
And
Shri.
she had taken my interview and it was amazing. I just couldn't believe that a 9-year-old could ask such questions. So it was really like, it was an eye-opener for us also.
Absolutely. And here we had done a synthesis of, painting through sound. So we had done a soundscape. So she had done a soundscape where Rajkumari ji was playing the gongs and she was painting. So we got to see that. So there were many new experiments we did in the Quanto Hero space. With every, I feel there was a uniqueness in every class.
I was talking about Mansi yesterday that in Quanto field, everybody discovered their unique niche. You don't follow a niche, you create a niche. So all the examples you are giving, like kids discovering their unique talents.
Yes.
So Mansi, can you now move on to the tarot project? And Vaibhav, after Mansi, we'll take Rajkumari because this is getting very late because she's early sleeper.
Yeah. Of course, Mansi's tarot card deck has to come on.
Thank you, Ramu.
It is Athens or Mansi. Both have to decide whom I have to execute.
Or maybe if Rajkumari wants, maybe Rajkumari can share, then Mansi can share Quanto Tarot project after that. I don't know if she's really getting it. I don't know.
Sure, Rajkumari. I mean, absolutely.
I'd like Mansi to speak about tarot and then I'll speak. So please, Mansi, go ahead.
Thank you. So again, the tarot also. So I feel like my projects are not really mine. They belong to a lot of people. Because that's how it has been. Even with tarot, we started. One of the entrepreneurship principles we did there was, Shivu would say that we need to observe the, as he said, reading the game, and take the next small step, and things would just materialize. I feel that we have, in our first round, we got participants really with zero marketing. We had 55 plus paid participants and the team which also learned along. And now to launch 22 tarot readers, we have gotten mind-blowing reviews. This mind-blowing reviews. Every single one has got a review that is impossible to think that this person has just had 8 months. So I'm really, really proud. The energy, the momentum that was created. We added in about 10 to 12 days, we added 100 new guests to the tarot group, the guest tarot group. We had attendance of 100. We reached our max And really, I attribute this to the whole team because it was not possible. It was not possible with one person, two people. It's like that entire momentum had to be created. And I think even the carnival, we stopped taking things, but I think it is still going to reach 100. We are at 95 right now, and we still have some more gift givings, which we have taken money for, but we have not. So it is going to reach there. So really, it's a monumentous effort. And Shiva, I don't know what was the quantum entrepreneurship principle, because I didn't even know we were quantum entrepreneurs and this happened. But
Mansi, the first and foremost principle is to read the game. That's it. Every other thing comes later. If you can be good at read the game, what is this moment? What is the reality? Can you be in this? And whatever comes as a next step, you take that, know the reality, next step, and boom, there are big things happening. Just too simple. I've been talking to people, just too simple actually. That's what you've seen, Mansi, how in very simple ways we created big breakthroughs. Very simple.
True.
I mean, there is nothing extraordinary. See, the problem is that people miss the simplicity of life. That is a problem. And why they miss the simplicity? Because they're carrying such heavy subconscious. The moment your subconscious begin to drop, life is just simple.
Yeah. Shiva, also another thing that had happened in both these projects was people taking ownership of it as if it was their own. I felt that in many projects there is one leader.
So, Mansi, why that doesn't happen in other places? Because there are subconscious operating. Everybody have their own patterns which are triggering constantly. Teams are breaking. I mean, people are blaming and they are, not cooperating. They're pulling legs. Why all that is happening other places? Because they are not aware of their subconscious. Subconscious is not dissolving, and that's what constant. And if you have a heavy subconscious, you can never be aware of the reality. Never, not possible.
So yeah, thank you everyone for that. And we are starting a new batch, and I really wish with every person coming in, I feel every person coming in the tarot course is like a tarot card himself, opening a whole new dimension. So every participant who comes is opening something very new for us, and I really
Share about the new tarot deck concepts you are working on, and your vision that we become the creator of many more tarot decks.
Yes. So, Shivu, shall I share? I haven't shared this, but shall I share the idea that came to me after the sun invocation?
Yeah, please go ahead.
I haven't even shared with the team yet. So after this tarot, one of the things is that, Preeti mentioned that we want to be an integral person. One of the concepts of quantum entrepreneurship is that we are the same person everywhere, right? Everywhere in our life we come. We are not like, I'm like this here, I'm like this here, right? We are that integrated person. And one of my really deep dreams has been to combine Quanto Life and bring it to USA. And I remember when I was doing the sun invocation, after that, I suddenly realized that actually, Shiva, one more thing that the Tarot Carnival has done, it has opened up Quanto Life and meditation to a lot of people who would normally not come for it. It has given that door, because it's everyone wants to know something about themselves, and it has opened that door. And the vision that came after sun invocation was, so tarot readers, please listen. So the Thanksgiving is one of the huge festivals in USA, and Thanksgiving to Christmas time is really, yes, Rajkumari, you know this, that it is really the gift giving, gratitude time. So I really would like to bring the Tarot Carnival in that time frame to USA. I feel that would be a grand time to gift people, introduce them to Quantum Life, introduce them to meditation, synthesis, and there be a synthesis of these two different worlds, the spiritual world, the entrepreneurship world of US. And Really excited. Thank you, Jayaji. Tisha's here, so Meenaji, I see a hand. I don't know it's for this or from something else, but yeah. So tarot readers, are you all ready to come to USA? Are we ready for this? Okay, Jayaji. Okay, Rajkumari. Thank you. We'll
I'm
take our
joining
show. We'll
tarot.
take our show to US. Yes, Trevor?
I'm joining tarot too then.
Yes, come on in. Okay, Suchi. Yeah, let's take the show. Let's take the show to US now, abroad. Okay. So yeah, Tisha, come on in. Our star tarot reader. Yes, Meenaji. For
Mansi, you want to share about the new tarot deck concepts?
Oh, okay. So we have 2, 3. Tisha, पर आप screen पे तो आ जाओ पहले. So we have 2, 3 decks happening. One is the first thing we are working on is one based on Shivo's quotes, which really, every Shivo's quote, even if you take one quote, now you can live your life by it and you would be extremely successful. Only one quote. If you take that quote to your heart and you live that, I feel that's enough. But we are going to get many more from Shivo. And he has also promised videos for every single quote of his. So that is the first one. And we would also be working on 84 Mahadev Oracle. So looking forward to that. We are, Jayaji, just if you can, just don't go yet. I know. So we are there, and then there are 2 more decks. One is which will come up later on, but one is on the on Quanto. What is the Quanto culture, and every card is we're going to work on Quanto heroes. Like for example, one of the cards that I have is in the Quanto deck is called the Saraswati Code, where it shares about what is the wisdom of Saraswati, that how learning is more important than power, and how you can, so everything, there is a way, there is a whole way to access the dimension of that deva or devi or that vibrational field through one code. Okay, so yes, Tisha, yes. So Tisha has been the star of both the programs I talked about. So yes, Tisha, over to you. Hello.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes. So I'm so grateful that I get an opportunity to speak and get a stage to stand here. Thank you. Thank you, Shivu sir. Thank you, Mansi auntie.
So how was your experience, Tisha? Do you remember, can you share about what you did with Ajay? The creation, the synthesis you did with him?
Like it was just magical. That was a magical creation. Like we created a rap out of a Sanskrit shloka. And it was just like so miraculous. We combined both of the sides, like English, Hindi, plus Sanskrit shlok. And like everything just standard out very perfectly. And my tarot, like dear Mansi auntie, like dearest teacher, love you, lots of love.
Well, I think someone, Shiva, she's being very modest, but who was there in the Mumbai program where she did public reading for everyone? Was there anyone here over there? Anyone who was there in the Mumbai get together? That she did a public reading. Rupali,
Yeah.
आप ही बता दो नहीं तो.
Kshitij, Meena ji, Kshitij, I guess.
You, yeah.
Yeah. Mansi, can I?
Yeah, sure,
Yes,
sure.
yes, please.
Yeah. So Tisha was doing reading, and I really don't remember the exact quotation, but I remember she just gave a reading for Meena ji, and then I was sitting next to her, and Meenaji got a message, and that message was exactly the one she has predicted for us immediately.
Wow.
It was something related to social life, and I really don't remember, but it was exactly the same. And then she gave a message to me also. So I just loved her predictions and all reading. But I saw her reading was immediate effect on with Meenaji.
Wow. Meenaji, would you like to say? Meenaji had raised her hand before. Meenaji, would you like to say something?
Yes, please. I would like to say, of course, one is that, first of all, thank you, Anjali, that tarot, I was a non-believer and I've come in and I'm doing reading also. And I did Ushaji's reading. I saw your comment about it. I mean, I cannot believe that I did it. And I don't think I did it. It was something within me, divine, because I followed these, I've always picked up one-liners from whatever he says. And in this now, for even entrepreneurship and even for tarot, I just picked up one line: divine is your partner. You have to partner with the divine. And you'll be surprised that, all the time I was talking about, I'm confused, I don't know what to do, and things like that. I don't know, suddenly I'm feeling very light and I'm not confused anymore. And thank you so much, because I said, okay, divine is my partner. Okay. So even when I did Ushaji's reading, I did not do it. I said, divine is my partner. Not only partner, I also surrendered. I said, abhi aap hi karo. And fantastic. Like, I did not even have to pull up 3 cards. I just pulled 1 card and I started reading. And she said, this is perfect, absolutely. And she asked me, because it was only 1 card, so it finished very fast. So she got 3 questions. And I answered all 3. And she said, you couldn't be better. And for the last one, which was between for her, what to do, and whatever I told her, so she said, my husband said I could have even bribed you to say this for me. You said something so perfect. And she followed. And she said, you don't know what happened since yesterday. It's something very new between me and my husband now. I said, great. तो मैंने कहा अभी ये मैंने वो वन लाइनर पकड़ लिया अभी शिवजी का कि in entrepreneurship we quantum entrepreneurship is all about partnering with God or partnering with the divine. मैंने कहा भाई अभी और कुछ नहीं, partnering with divine ही होगा, मुझे और कुछ नहीं पता. So I always now surrender. तो वो चल गया, शिवजी कहाँ हो आप? वो चल गया, आपका चाबी चल गई वो. And I'm fine now, and I'm doing certain things. मेरी पेंटिंग वगैरह हो रही है, and I know now exactly what I have to do because मुझे messages मिल गए. So मुझे आपके पूरे का कोर्स का मुझे 1 लाइन में मिल गया है और मैं जा रही हूँ उसके साथ.
थैंक यू मीना जी. और मुझे अभी जस्ट मुझे स्ट्राइक हुआ कि हाउ डू आई एक्सप्लेन द ग्रेट रीडर ऑफ द गेम. और मैं तीशा को अगेन आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट तीशा फॉर दैट. So one of the principle is when you are a great reader of the game, you are very intensely aware of the opportunities you have. And if the opportunity come, you just take it. And what I have seen in life, opportunity come in front of people, they don't take it. And this is what, Tisha, you remember that Goa incident?
Yes,
yeah. So would you like to share what happened? And it was that one moment. You know what happens is there is opportunity and we are having this huge fear of failure. Oh my God, what if I don't do well? What will? In that, we will just let go of the opportunity. And that is being the reader of the game. There is an opportunity in front of you. There is a fear inside you. Just be present to the fear and just go out and take it. Yeah, and that's what Tisha did. So, Tisha, you want to share that?
Yes, I would love to share that because it was such a incident that like I was like मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा, like I couldn't do it, but
क्या
at
हुआ क्या
that
था पहले पूरा
time,
पूरा एक्सप्लेन करो what was there, what was happening.
so we were in Goa Arambol, and there there was a festival, like music festival happening, and it was like quite good. Like there was a stage, there were many artists performing, foreign artists plus like yes, many people were performing, and then like I was prepared for dance, and like I was like, not really for rap and stuff, but at that time like dance was not an option there. Like that was in the space इधर वहाँ पे dance कर सकता है, but at that time like I knew a rap, and but I was hesitant कि like should I go for it or should I don't like. But then like Shivo sir told me like no, just face your fear, like go for it. You can do this. Don't think about the outcome. Be in the moment. Go it. Go do it. And even though like I wasn't quite satisfied after that, I cried. I cried. Like I wasn't. कि हाँ, but he embraced it. कि हाँ, होता है. And then after that, I gained the confidence. It was just amazing.
And you were appreciated quite a lot there. People appreciated you a lot on the
Yes.
stage.
Yes, definitely.
And that was your first performance of your life.
Yes.
Yeah. And what did it do to you? What did that performance do to you?
It gave me a boost of confidence कि like I can do this. Like हाँ, मैं कुछ भी कर सकती हूँ. वैसा वाला
For
feeling
me,
आ रहा था.
it was the butterfly moment for me. Like she was a caterpillar and then she turned into a butterfly.
All thanks to you, sir.
Wonderful, Tisha.
Tisha is one person, right? I wish Tisha would see herself with our eyes. You know, I really wish Tisha is, I think she is like, I think she has like so much कूट के talent भरा हुआ है. And I just wish, Tisha, you see yourself with the way we see you. And you love yourself the way we love you.
I also remember an incident where I was feeling low and I was lacking self-confidence when I called you and you told me to invoke Draupadi. At that time, I just fully accepted myself. I remember that. Thank you for that.
Thank you, love you.
एक छोटा सा रैप का टुकड़ा सुना दो ना प्लीज. एक छोटा रैप टुकड़ा सुना दो 30 seconds वाला.
जयाज जी कब से रिक्वेस्ट कर रही है. And then we will have musicals. So you are like the, you know, you will open that and then Rajkumari. That's how. Yeah.
Yes, sure. This is a rap from a Korean rap. So, Matt Prosika, it's so good. Bananika. I'm sorry. So, yes, I would definitely prepare for it. I will do it. Someday I'll shoot a video. Soonest. Thank you.
Thank you, Tisha. Looking for it. Rajkumari ji, welcome. We saved the best for the last. Vaibhav, will you be introducing Rajkumari ji?
Yeah, so we have Rajkumari ji and then last is a Vaibhav.
Oh, okay. Yes. Of course.
And Rajkumari ji, sorry to keep you away for so long.
No, it's okay, sir.
You are
okay,
early
please.
sleeper.
Please.
Rajkumari ji is a quanto from Kolkata. She's a past life therapist, an aura photographer and medical healer, tarot reader, and an amazing sound healer whose gongs and bowls take away all the pain and leave you in a long lasting trance. She also runs a holistic center. She has integrated her sound healing with many Quantum Life workshops as well. Welcome, Rajkumari ji.
Thank you, Vaibhav ji. Thank you. Thank you, Shivosa, and thank you, Mansi. I don't know, I have no words to express the amount of love and blessings y'all have given in Quantum Life. It's like I'm overwhelmed. Before speaking, while Vaibhav was saying, there were tears in my eyes. I really didn't know what am I going to speak about, It's like that. I'll start my journey when how this Quanto came into my life was in Delhi. I was in a resort and Shivo sir was having his breakfast and there was so much of energy pull that it's like I just wanted to go and talk to him and speak to him. It was like that and it was crazy. And in India, it's like a very rare thing that a woman goes up to a man to talk to, and I was feeling a little embarrassed, but somehow I just took that courage and I just went and spoke to him. And he said, I'm having a class and do join. Frankly saying, astrology goes above my head, but just to stay in his energy, I did join that class. And that journey started from there. And then we did Deva Siddhi and then DYC and all the courses. One fine day, Mansi and Shivo sir tells me that you have to do a sound healing workshop. And I started getting goosebumps. Me and workshop, oh my God, how will I do it? How will I conduct it? I didn't have the confidence, and with all the synthesis which I was going through, with all the, I just couldn't bring myself up. And one fine day, Shivo sir says, I'm announcing your workshop. And it was, oh my God, it's crazy. And then I started working, and that is the time I realized what synthesis and Quantum Life had given me. They taught me that just have to jump in and believe in yourself and believe in the masters which have come to help you, and that was Shivo and Mansi. And I could say that it was that which helped me, and there was no words. The first workshop we started with, and I don't know, I just can't express myself. It was like, it just went like, it was flowing into a river and you were just flowing with it. And I didn't know where my hands were going and where I was hitting the bowls, where I was hitting the gongs, and it was like just with my eyes closed and I was just doing it. And that's the day I realized that Shivo sir had created that confidence which I had lost within me. I got back my confidence. Thank you, sir, so much for it. And that is when I realized how I was so overconfident, and after marriage, I did lose my confidence. And this is the time when I actually gained it back with that feeling that it shouldn't be overconfidence, it shouldn't be ego. Just feel that divinity within you. And that's what, in 2021, a friend of mine created this book, Bengal 21, which he gave me a page for myself, and it's Choose Divinity for Life. That's what I gave her the heading for. And that's what I believe now, that whatever I do is totally a divine wish which the masters want me to do, and I'm just flowing with it, accepting whatever comes my way, good or bad. It's continuously with me, and I just have to keep working with it. And that's all the confidence which Shivo sir and Mansi has given. Mansi kept ringing me up and saying, you are going to do it, and Shivo sir just believed that I don't know, but you just go ahead and do it. And the sounds which come, I think it's divine, because
Would you
that's what
also
divinity.
would you also like to speak about the lot of innovation you did and lot of partnerships, integration with other modalities?
It's great because with Preeti, I had joined hands with doing past life and then with womb healing, and it was like so much of synchronicity. I just couldn't believe it. It was like if I'm thinking, Preeti was thinking the same. If Preeti was thinking, it was I was doing it, and I was choosing the bowls just randomly, and it was like totally out of the blue. I was taking this. I have 25 balls and 2 gongs, and I was just choosing them very randomly, and they just flew past us. And it's amazing. It is amazing is the word I can say. um, I don't have words. Thank you, Preeti. It was like amazingly great joining hands with you and doing things. It's like we were like totally uh, two bodies with one soul. That's all I can say. Thinking alike, doing things alike. It was, and that's a lot of work which goes behind it, with a lot of so much of love between everyone. Rupali, Nitika, Mane, just name them and they are there. It's like Ranjana. Oh my God, it's like so much of love flowing through the each and every Quanto soul. Suchi, it's like Manisha. Mane, you look around and you see there's so much of flowing love between each and every one. And I think that is what is bringing Quanto totally together. That love for each other, that oneness between each other. And that's what where you feel that there's so much of oneness. It's not just love. You feel that you are one with them. We are just like I just told you, like with Preeti, I felt two bodies but one soul. So it's like similarly with everyone, just not with Preeti. With every single soul in Quanto, you feel that same thing. Ki we are one soul. We are not different from each other. And that's the love which flows through each and every one. Sir, I'm lost for words now. I really don't know what else to speak, because there's so much flowing,
I am also so much lost for words because it is so really heart touching. I really don't know what to say. Nothing to say after the sharing.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rajkumari ji.
Love you all of you all. Love you all. Thank you.
Next we have the Ladla. Ladla, and the person who has received probably some of the most dandas. Our Vaibhav, I feel that there were such standout moments in the quantum entrepreneurship. Can you share what you learned? I remember this one day when it was all about you and we discussed your project. Can you share what you learned from there, and can you take us there?
Okay, thank you everyone for having me here. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Mansi, because I was just about to share my Quanto Life journey.
Wait, I have to share something about you. So Vaibhav is really a man of many talents. He's a Quanto coach. He's a coach in the Quanto Kids program. He is actually like a buddy to the kids, and I really enjoy that we have masculine and feminine energies which are raising these hero kids. He is, I think, he seems like such a fun person, but he has a very deep, sensitive side to it. And I saw it when he was taking this journey of liberating his cousin who had passed away in COVID, and really connecting to many people in their liberation journey. So there's a whole different side of him. There is a side of him which is into filmmaking. And I've also seen the transformation that happens to Weber when his movie teacher is in front of him. And really, he has this sense, knack of picking the right moments visually, photographically, in video. And Weber, really salute you for that. Over to you.
Thank you, Mansi. I was just about to, share my Contour Life journey, but I just remember, okay, I need to share about my entrepreneur journey. So, yeah. So, I would continue from that. So I joined Quantum Entrepreneurship last year, and when I joined, I was not thinking about being an entrepreneur, doing any startup, because from last before that I have been doing I have been into startups and I have failed quite drastically. I had no knowledge about startups, just the aspirations to do something, because I belongs to a business class family and we are into real estate, and it's my family business. And I realized something, that I am not meant for this thing. Though I really enjoy where I am, I really like to being on the side, and the best thing that I enjoy is connecting with the people. What I usually do on the side is, managing how people are working. Is everything all right? Is the condition is good? And just trying to make everything flow righteously. But I was never into real estate and all that stuff. So I always had this aspiration, but till the time I entered into Contour Life, all my aspirations were literally gone. And I was still joining the Contour ownership program because of the wisdom that I was getting from Shivo, Mansi, and everyone. And I remember just on like last session, I asked Shivo, I said that I am gonna present my presentation now. I have something to share. And through the entrepreneurship program, I developed this project of organic farming. And I planned and I presented my idea. And we all discussed, we all brainstormed that idea. Me, Ankur, Bhaiya, and Mansi was there, and everyone. In fact, Shivoya, he was there, obviously. And we actually pointed some of the things that were there in that project that really required for that project to be delivered. And I was lacking those things, the wisdom required, because my project was very big. Like, it was a huge project. It was just coming from my subconscious of doing something big and something good for the community. And it was, first of all, it has too many branches. So one thing Ankur Bhai suggested me, ki you first have to see the reality. Okay, if you're working on one single branch, it will take you more than 2 to 3 years to flourish into that branch as well. How you are already planning for going for, like, I was planning to do organic farming. Then I'll be like selling those stuff to growers, like startups, also into the local market of my town. And then I'll be opening a health cafe. And so a lot of things were there. So it was totally coming from my aspirations, but I was shown the reality. And also I remember Shivo's quote of when he says, there are two things: what you can do and what you want to do. So there's a difference in it. What you want to do, it's very easy to make plans and all that. But what you can do is like reading the game. It's like being into observations, like being into reality. And matter of the fact is, I just realized in my APY chart is that ki Rahu is in my 5th house. So it is creating delusions, right? It is creating delusion, my creativity and all that stuff. And my Ketu is in my 11th house, which is like always showing me the reality. So I have to work from not from my 5th house, but from the 11th house, but I have to integrate both of them. And, that's what I learned. And yeah, so after that workshop, I realized that, okay, it's too much for me and I don't think I can do this project. And actually, I was just about to start the farming on my land, and I had all the permissions from my father, and I even, I was just working on to invest the money. And I saved around 8 to 10 lakh rupees of my father. That's true. Because yeah, just what I'm trying to say is, there are many things into this entrepreneurship. Yeah, Shiv.
So the quantum entrepreneurship is not just about what to do, also about what not to do. We have to be very clear in life what not to do, because if you don't identify what not to do, your energies will be so divided, and then you make one right choice, one wrong choice, one step forward, one step back, you are still there. So one thing which we uh, emphasize so much in quantum life, you have to make right choices perpetually. That is the secret of success. Secret of success in quantum entrepreneurship is not to take a big leap. No, it's not that. You make one right choice, then another right choice from there, then another, serially, perpetually. You are a perpetual, being who is making the right choices. Maybe out of 10 choices you made, one you can be allowed to make a wrong choice. Okay, that much only. So that's what we teach, how to continuously make the right choices. This is one of the mechanism of quantum entrepreneurship. Yeah, thank you.
Shivu. That was my sharing. And one thing I want to add is, since I joined Quantum Life, I have always, trained or, वो बोलते हैं ना कि पौधे को सींचना वाला, आई एम जस्ट मिसिंग दैट वर्ड. सो मुझे ऐसा मेरे साथ हुआ है यहाँ पर. एंड all my mentors are sitting here. Ranjana Didi, Mansi, everyone is here. And so I have realized, I don't know that I'm too, because I think purpose that we were discussing into Tarot Group, Mansi, purpose do change, or purpose doesn't change, but things to achieve that purpose may change time to time. So I remember when I was
word you're looking is evolve, है ना? Evolve होता है.
Yeah. So so I was seeing that how I was being mentored in Quantum Life, because when I joined, I was my energies was so way idhar udhar sab kuch. And I first achievement was for me to present in the session like almost daily, like when I was handling Quantum Adda, or even in the device being present for continuously 5 days was one of the achievement for me. And since I'm evolving, and so I was saying that I have been into many dimensions. I tried filmmaking as well, and I was exploring that dimension as well, and I was enjoying it. And my objective was to make good, to do good for the people, and to show that part of the world that world is not trying to see. So it was always creating value somehow. But I remember in one of the devices session, Nitika Di asked one of the coachee that she was the youngest CA, but she wanted to become an IS now. So she asked, why do you want to do it? Whom do you want to prove? And I asked that question to myself. And I was like, okay, I want to make change in life of people. Okay, I want to do these things. But I am just driving from a force to prove myself to my father, to the world. And everything just got, it was just the reality that I was being shown. And also in my astro chart, I just realized that I realized that I have such a fascination to being a famous person, and for the fame. I have this love for the fame, and I was suggested by Shivu and Mansi that this is one thing you need to just keep it aside and create something, but don't keep your fame yourself in front thing. And it has really impacted my life since then. And whenever I am thinking about something, I'm working about something, I keep that thing on a check. And I have Mansi, I realized that just because of this fame thing, a lot of things that I have done, I have always got the fame, being into anywhere, being my college, being my city. But the uske phal jo mujhe mile hain, that was always like Danav things that I got, and nothing was permanent. I lost everything, most of the things. मतलब उस fame का ना कुछ फायदा नहीं है. It was just boosting my ego, always boosting my ego.
This is such a great realization, Weber. It is not easy to say that it is not easy to come on a public forum and say that, I have wanted fame, or the fact that, when I got fame, uska kuch bhi value nahi create hua mere life. Negative value he so it's really applaud you for even realizing this at such a young age.
Yeah, Mansi, because my insecurity of myself really forced me to do those things. I bought Mercedes in my college time, and my teacher said ki if you really want to make friends, avoid this car. But that Mercedes used to make me feel something, because from deep inside I really that self-worth and insecurity for myself. And once I break that popularity,
that's what you want.
and Mansi, once I break that ego, I found myself that I have nothing. Then I started building up myself, with Deva kind of a things, like being a coach and all the things that I'm doing now. So that is everything for myself.
Wow. To say it in very clear words, उस दिन वैभव की वाट लगी थी, है ना? When he presented that big project, you remember how many things came at you? ये सोचा है क्या? You heard like literally उसकी वाट लगी उस दिन, because he presented this grand vision and everyone is like everything. I mean, even Bezos would think कि बाबा इतना grand vision है अभी accomplish करने को, and really he was a sport, and I think we all learned from them. Shivu,
even Mansi, I presented this idea of this takeaway pizza thing after I watched the Founder movie. And what Jayaji said is, Jayaji said, just after watching a movie, you are planning to do something like that. Do you know this? Do you know this? Just work on that and then come here and speak about it.
No, literally, I remember that quantum entrepreneurship. One person was a hero. One workshop, one session. There was like one person was a hero, and this time, Weber. Shivu, you must also remember that day, right? When he came with a nice presentation and everything.
Yeah.
Very.
The only appreciation I got was ki, okay, you have made a fine presentation.
I mean, really, I love you, Weber. But that day, everyone was like, have you looked at this reality? Have you looked at this? Have you looked at this?
I was the backbencher in the whole workshop. And actually, I learned half of the things. So I didn't know what I'm being very honest. I skipped almost like 50% of the classes, and I was just surviving on the notes by Ankur Bhaiya. And I tried to implement all those things in the last session, thinking, okay,
ये सब अपना पूरी बदमाशी बता रहा है. चलो good anyway.
उसकी तो इन लाइव बदमाशी देखी हुई है, तो आप कौन सी बदमाशी की बात कर रहे हो?
नहीं कि वो पूरा उसने अंकुर के नोट्स लेके उसने पूरा प्रोजेक्ट बनाया. क्या बात है.
शिवो backbenchers ऐसे ही करते हैं. What do you think is backbencher? Oh, Jayaji, yes. Oh my God. Jayaji, that was the only session I have seen Vaibhav take notes in that Ardhanarishwar, and he had also boxed. He had also boxed certain notes. मुझे
Yes.
पता है वो वाला session. Thank you.
That is really working out for me. Nareshwar works out. And also in Mumbai, Shiva was. You remember, Mansi? He was telling about alpha male and how a good lover should be and how a man should behave in front of a woman. I don't know any other thing is still there in my mind, but all Shiva's coaching about women is still there. And Shiva said, okay, I'm saying this here. Okay, I thought I would not say this, but I'm very grateful to Shivu for telling me this thing. He said something like, you may want a woman, but don't need a woman. मतलब अगर आप एक that was not your quote. What you told me, I'm telling this now. He said something कि अगर एक like a girl अब वो आपसे बोलती है कि जाने वाली बात की मैं जाती हूँ लाइफ से या something like that. So you shouldn't be something कि okay, no, you please don't go or something like that. He said you should be this much sure. Please आप मुझे correct कर देना कि okay, if you want to go, it's okay. I may love you, but I'll accept your decision, and that's okay. And this I don't think she's here. I didn't invite her. Yeah. So it happened like 2 weeks ago with me. So this thing, like I'm building something, with this girl, and this thing happened, and I don't know why this thing happened. It may be, universe was testing me. Ki I remember she was teaching or not, and I just did this thing. It came into mind. I like okay, and it may create something more for both of us, and that's it. Next day she was back, and from that chaos, the creation which has now created is beautiful, and I'm going to meet her this Saturday after meeting Sapori ji. So okay,
lovely, wow. Wow. क्या बात है.
I'm saying that शिवो की टीचिंग की डायमेंशन ना बहुत है, एंड शिवो को अब एक वर्कशॉप इस पे भी लेनी चाहिए. मैं अतिन भैया हम बैचलर्स यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं.
हाँ बस वो क्लास में Weber will be in the front bench taking notes. That is his front bencher class. Oh, lovely. Shivu, what is...
तुमने ये सब बोल दिया, अभी फेमिनिस्ट मुझ पे हमला करने वाले हैं. सब जितने भी फेमिनिस्ट होंगे ना, वो मेरे ऊपर हमला होने वाला है उनका. I am in danger now. I am in now danger.
आपकी वो कोचिंग बहुत सही थी उस दिन मुंबई में, जिस दिन अल्फा मेल और याला आप बता रहे थे सब कुछ, एंड मैंने आपको वही सेशन अटेंड किया था. उसके बाद तो नहीं, मतलब मैं बाहर था दोनों सेशन में.
मतलब जो मानसी के टाइम में जब मानसी आई थी तब की बात है.
हाँ जी. हमारी गेट टुगेदर थी.
That time he was the first bencher, na? He was in the last bench.
That was a very very interesting session. Never happened. क्वांटम लाइफ में सब कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग होता है और बहुत कुछ फर्स्ट टाइम होता है, और वो सेशन भी फर्स्ट टाइम स्पॉन्टेनियस टोटली. आई मीन देयर वर सॉन्ग्स एंड देयर वर लाइक क्रेजी सेशन. इट
वो तो कुछ अलग ही था. वो तो एकदम like, I mean, it was like what chakra of man will sing to what chakra of woman and which song.
Yeah.
सोचो ये ऐसा सेशन था. So spontaneous. It's amazing. So Shivu, how do we close? Shall we just do 1 minute of gratitude and close? Yeah, Shivu, go on.
No, थोड़ा today AD did not happen, Mansi. This is our AD.
Okay.
So you can have a quick invocation, but invocation we must have whoever is there. और अभी तक भी 23 लोग हैं and I'm really very thankful कि काफी इतना 11:15 बज गया है and everyone is here. I mean 23 of us are here, which is thanks so much. Yes, Mansi, so whomever you feel. So we'll have a invocation which will probably take another 15 minutes. And then you can go to sleep. Mansi, whomever you feel.
हाँ, I think रंजना सिंह माँ पार्वती 2 बार आई थी शिवो. हमारे 4 कार्ड हमने जो पिक किए थे.
जरूर,
2 बार आई.
जरूर.
ठीक है. Yes.
Yeah, and today we have been feeling, even though it was a session on quantum entrepreneurship, but we were feeling so much vibes of love, deep intimacy, deep friendship. That's what was really coming out of the whole session. I mean, if business people come here, they would say कि ये कोई entrepreneurship का session है क्या?
ये love festival लग रहा है.
पूरा love festival लग रहा है, पर it is like that. It is like that in Quantum Life. Even business is conducted like that only, as an act of love.
ठीक है. It is Ranjana's birthday also.
Today?
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
according to the Tithi. Yeah, it is Tej, so
Okay,
it's her birthday.
Ranjana, many happy returns of the day.
Oh, wow, Ranjana, very, very, very happy birthday.
Ranjana, many happy returns of the day.
Oh. Ranjana party. Oh. Can we let me see if I can put that card on. I really want us to, because I was thinking about the card we got. Ranju, tumne jab you reminded me na ki aaj Tej hai and there was Ma Parvati, and I think that is what Ma Parvati is doing. No, on Tej she is doing that fasting, she is doing that tapa, and she is really connecting to the beloved, right? So, okay. So it will be deep, but we will not go into pranayam. I think we'll really connect. We'll connect to Ma Parvati. Who got this card? The Tapa card, yes. I don't know if we can if we can display that picture. Do people need a 1-minute bio break? Or everyone is good to go? Guys, bio break, yes, no?
मानसी 2 मिनट का ब्रेक दे दो.
अच्छा, ठीक है.
मानसी, मैं एक चीज पूछ लूं आपसे?
पूछ लीजिए.
मानसी, आपने मेरा जो कार्ड निकाला था मुंबई में, so it was like when
कौन सा निकाला था?
Yeah, so I'll show you. In fact, so it is this card. ये वाला ना,
Ganesha. हाँ, उसका ये साइड दिखाओ, क्या आया था? No, show the other side.
Yeah.
What does it say?
It's like loneliness. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude, and that's when kindred spirits can finally come.
Wow.
Yeah. So I always try to resonate with this, and I don't know, but what I want to share is ki see, I have fear. I also somewhere want some things in my life, but I'm also totally surrendered to the universe, and I have accepted it, and so I am very open for everything. And to be honest, I really enjoy the way I am. And because the way I'm evolving, I'm learning so much. So I really love it. But also, since my last APY, you said that you should go for the partnership thing. So I'm also looking forward to it. So
yeah, and you are not, see, the thing is that if you don't love your solitude, then you're going from a need. You're going from you're in a desperation. वो desperation की energy वैसे ही लोग attract करेगी, right? When you have accepted your solitude कि ये भी ठीक है, ये भी मैं enjoy कर सकता हूँ, इसमें भी कुछ ये है. So I think you will attract people like that. So I think you have understood that you have imbibed already.
thank you, Mansi.
Yeah. Okay. So, was Geeta Masi here? I think I saw Geeta Masi joining in. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, shall we get started?
Yeah.
I was trying to find that picture. I think it's right here. Okay, found it. Can you all see Ma Parvati on the right side in Tapa? Yeah. So Ma Parvati came twice in our tarot readings. So we really connect to her. And this is really about love. This is about going in Tapa, but also feeling the love in the community. Okay. And maybe we have longed for a soul community. We have longed for it longer than we realize. So let us sit in Konto Asana. And with half closed eyes, let us gaze into Ma Parvati. We will gaze at her with our whole body. Observing the top of our head. And gazing at her from there. Every body part's name I take, gaze at her from there too. Gazing at her from the top of our head. The hair, the eyes, the face. We gaze at the serpent over her head and neck. Gazing through the third eye, the crown chakra, the whole face, the neck, shoulders, arms, and palms. Gazing through the heart, the lungs, the torso, the belly. The legs all the way to the soles. Take your time to be aware of your spinal cord. The whole of your back, just gazing at her. Perhaps you can feel your Kundalini. Just observe it. And gently start closing your eyes. Feeling your whole body. And now connect and feel everyone around us. Every lotus who has stayed here close to midnight celebrating love. Celebrating this bonding. Feel everyone in this space and feel that space between us. Together we will invoke the quantum vibrational field. Quantum, quantum, quantum. I would like to invoke Ma Parvati. Who is the most beloved. And who can empathize with our tapa more than anyone, more than even Shiva, who can be most compassionate to our tapa. Because what we go through is a fraction of what she has. So I invoke her, Ma Parvati. Ma Parvati. Ma Parvati. Today we will offer gratitude to all the people here in Quantum Life and beyond whose love has given us strength in our journey. And now, please let Ma Parvati know about any obstacles in your tapa, any obstacles in your aspirations. You can have a heart-to-heart with her about your aspirations, your dreams. The places where you really need to do tapa right now. Take her to those places, show her those places. Feel those places in your body. Your body is your tapa bhumi. If you feel ready, please go into Shavasana. If you would like to sit in this Tapu Bhumi for longer, please do so. Thank you so much for attending this celebration. We will end this session